Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to your favorite place on the internet, Slices and Dices, where we play role-playing games every time, and it just keeps getting better every time I say it. And we got some great stuff for you tonight. I'm really happy that we're back to the B team here on Ravenloft Domains of Dread. It's been a while. It's been about a month since we played.
It's been a month. Yes, it was 28th last time we played.
A hot month, and it's just gonna keep getting hotter. It's been such a long time that I was able to grow a mustache. That's how long it's been.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Look at this beautiful.
Bring that up.
Beautiful.
I wasn't sure.
No, that's totally fine, Jane. No, you're like, I don't want to bring up the mustache. That's sort of weird, like caterpillar that's growing on his face. It's strange. Grows hair, everybody.
It makes you look like a comic book artist, kind of.
It makes me look like a comic book artist.
Yeah, if you've seen like from the panels from 70 to like 88, a lot of the comic book artists just had mustaches.
I personally thought I looked like a cop, but now I feel better about myself. So there we go. We're good.
Hey, it's better than the wrong glasses.
If we put some aviators on you, mirrored aviators, then.
Do you actually have those nearby? Oh yeah, the Stanley glasses. That you
no.
Okay, now
there you go.
You look like you want to hurt someone for having the wrong accent. So take this.
Actually, you kind of remind me of SCP Smokey.
So, do you know how fast you were driving? It's a nice car.
The wizard made me do
Never
it.
answer that question. Never answer that question. Just so we're clear.
So,
I feel like you want to tell me how fast I was driving, officer.
If you don't know how fast you were driving, I don't need to tell you. Do I?
Well, then I guess it's up to the courts to decide.
We don't need no courts around here.
We're all trying to get out of a ticket.
We don't.
I know you pulled me over.
I'm sorry. Are you going to murder me?
We don't take.
You pulled me over because of the busted taillight, but I'm really sorry. My boyfriend smashed it out because he didn't like the chocolate cake I made for him and he wanted it to be vanilla. So I'm just rushing to the store to get more frosting. I really hope that's okay, officer.
That sounds like a likely story to me. But I'll let you go. I'll let you go with a warning this time.
So what the hell is happening?
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm dropping this. This makes me really uncomfortable. Sorry. This is like I was.
Remind me to tell you all later the story about how I got pulled over on a way to being in a show in Texas. Because I can hear my husband laughing in the background.
I heard Mac.
Knows the story.
I heard Mac too. He's like, I know that story.
Yep.
Was it the kind of thing like, you look like you're a New Yorker? You from New York?
No, it was before I moved here. I was coming back. A friend of mine's mom was getting remarried, and I drove 3 hours to her wedding, and I was coming back the next day to get to the theater on time. And so I'm running just a little bit late, not like huge, but I'm just going 5 over. It's fine. But I exited the highway and there was no speed limit sign posted, and I wasn't accelerating. I was just not actively braking. And so I got pulled over doing 65 coming off of a freeway in a 40.
Ooh.
And this guy pulled me over and he said, "Ma'am, do you know how fast you're going?" And I was like, what do you want me to say? I was slowing down. And he was like, "Not slow enough." And he was like, "What are you in?" Like, literally, this is the accent. He's like, "What are you in an all-fired hurry about, young lady?" And I said, "Well, officer, I'm in a show. I'm doing a show in Colleen. I need to get there before curtain." And he looks me up and down in the car and he goes, "Are you the lead?" And I said, "Actually, yes, officer, I am. I'm playing Emily in our town, and they kind of need me to go on." And he looks me up and down again and he goes, "They'll hold the curtain for you."
Oh my God.
And wrote me the ticket anyway. It was infuriating.
Should have been like, I can get you if you want. I can comp you. Just don't give me the ticket.
I offered that. I said, we can get you a ticket if you do. Would you and your lovely wife, she said, swinging for the fences, like to come to the show tonight? Nah, we don't really put in with that theater thing.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Thing. Okay,
You're an actor.
Cool. Yeah. So automatically, I'm a seductress who's going to hell. So
Clearly.
Texas. We like Texas. If you're from Texas, if you're a Slice and Dice's follower or subscriber and you're from Texas, we like you very much. Don't ever change. Texas.
I like you too. Just maybe get out now. I did. It's possible.
Slices and Dices does not condone the opinions of any of the people upon.
Oh, that's okay. We have somebody who is in Texas currently and will agree.
Okay, fair enough. Slices and Dices still does not condone the opinion of any of the people that it represents up on its channel. It does not accurately represent the opinions of Slices and Dices. All right, let's play Dungeons and Dragons, shall we? Where we don't have to worry about this stuff. All right. So,
do you want to see Falcor? My dog looks like Falcor.
Your dog looks like Falcor. Sure. For one brief shining moment, show us Falcor.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Bring
Falcor puppy.
Bring him up just a smidge. Bring Falcor up just a smidge. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
And then Jane, what I want you to go is yeah. Just do it. You know you want to do it. Oh God, come on.
You're traumatizing us before traumatizing us.
You have to go, yeah!
I thought we were about to get like a sing-along, like from that season of Stranger Things. It was going to be great.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he uses Falcor to eat the bullies at the end of the movie. And
no, wait a second. Falcor does not eat the bullies. He just chases them down an alley. He just chases them down the alley, and they jump into a trash bin, and that's it. Do you really think Falcor would have eaten those little kids?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are fucked in the head. All right,
this is a 30.
Look at him. He's a big boy. A, he needs a lot of food. B, that movie is dark as fuck.
Oh no. It made me cry my eyes out when, spoilers, by the way, it's a 40-year-old movie. I don't know why you haven't watched it. If you haven't watched Artax die, then and been traumatized, Gen X, there's a reason why we in Gen X are traumatized. That's number one reason right there. I guarantee it.
That and every movie we watched made us think quicksand was going to be a much larger problem in our day-to-day lives than it really is.
That one and Krull. Krull also has a big quicksand problem. Have you ever seen Krull?
Oh my God.
Yep, Krull. I named it.
And also, and Princess Bride.
Oh yes, Princess Bride. Yes, of course.
They had a specialized sand. It was the lightning sand. Okay.
Yes,
it was different from quicksand.
They did. Yes, it was quicker than quicksand. All right,
the quickest sand.
It's the quickest of all sands. Hey, let's do a recap and get into Dungeons and Dragons. Yay! Back to the B team. Yay!
Okay, fine.
Hey, as you guys already know, you guys have been trapped on the ghost train known as the Sire 1313. Originally, you were sent to investigate a missing dragonborn named Valdak Kalkaran. But guess what? Now you're on a train filled with undead. And oh yeah, that's right. You've actually joined them. Sort of stuck in a never-ending time loop running forever through a wasteland of mist and vengeful spirits. Yay! A+.
A never-ending story, you could say.
Shush you. Just be quiet. We don't want to go back. We move forward. We always move forward. Each of these cars on the train is manned by, guess what? Evil nasty robots, aka Warforged, under the service to someone named the Conductor, who seems to be keeping tabs on those aboard, often speaking into the train's passengers from a set of magical speakers, declaring the time and other special occurrences along the way. Now, here's the thing. The time loop, whenever it loops you back to 12 p.m., seems to occur whenever one of three things occur. Either, number one, you all die. Number two, 11:59 a.m. occurs. Or three, well, should I name the third thing? No, I won't. In any case, you all reset back to the place that you find yourself, guess what? 12 noon exactly, in the sleeper car of the place that you seem to have tickets for. Just in the last loop, actually, when you woke up, you presented yourself through the car, finding different tickets in different places, and found yourself encountering a horrible specter who seemed to be called Guillermo by the conductor, who seems to have been sent by the conductor himself. And as you made your way past this challenging foe, or rather through it, you noticed that the wounds incurred by this creature seemed to be lingering upon your undead forms even from loop to loop, as well as the wounds incurred by the horrible specters between the cars. So, as you progress through your various chicanery and shenanigans up to first class, you have unfortunately as well found that within first class luggage there happens to be a horrible mummy that you just happened to oopsie doopsie into and destroyed you utterly, sending you back to the start of the loop yet again. One last thing I want to remind you all is that you were told by Kelkarin on the last loop that she, although certainly now under guard for some reason, perhaps for incurring the wrath of a conductor, may know more about who this mysterious and unseen person is. It's just an FYI in case you guys want to, I don't know, try to get to her before things occur. Now, of course, we meet our heroes, once again, waking up from their beds, and they say that I won't pay the rent. Money's all been spent. Babe, yes, you've undergone several loops. I think you guys are fully into full-on Groundhog Day territory at this point.
100%, yes.
So let me give you some ambiance. The ambiance of the train. Here we go. And welcome back, guys. Now you are in first class, the first class passenger area, in your own little rooms.
Well, we're in the first class sleeper car.
Yes.
The passenger should be one car ahead of us.
You are absolutely right. I nominated it incorrectly. It is the sleeper car. So certainly in finer digs than you were before, but your personages have not changed, right? You don't seem to look any froofier or nicer certainly than you did before. The first class passengers certainly did. Many of them were ghosts, all wearing sort of outlandish or very well accoutered attire. Those in coach, however, were certainly a little bit more worse for wear. Well, what do you want to do?
And we lost our Warforged hands, correct?
You are
on reboot.
So here's the thing: the Warforged hands, which would have let you go into
anywhere, we think.
Essentially,
they were staff.
That's correct. You still have those, just like the tickets.
Haha.
So you still have them.
Question on that: do we have coach and first class tickets?
Yes, you started with coach. So you started with coach, and then you obtained first class tickets. So you have both.
If you have a first class ticket, you can go into coach. Like they're backwards compatible. If you look at I was just looking at the train map again. Essentially, we need staff if we want to get to the engine room.
Let me bring up the train map since you mentioned it.
And through VIP.
Here is the train map. I'm just going to showcase that to chat. So you guys are all probably looking at it. So that obviously at the very top of the train is the front of the train where the engine room is. Then there seem to be two areas called the VIP, bedchamber and living room. Then there's first class luggage, passenger, sleeper, and dining cars. The kitchen, coach dining, coach sleeper, coach passenger, coach luggage, and the caboose.
I don't think we've been to caboose yet.
You've not been to the caboose yet.
I thought you went on your own. Okay, why did Roll20 just go weird on me?
No, you got to the luggage, and then the mimics ate you.
Murdered by a bunch of mimics.
Yeah.
My Roll20 chat popped out into a separate window. How do I make it go back?
Just hit the X button in the top right-hand corner.
Okay, that was weird. I have never done that before.
It happens. Yeah, if you hit the button, the little button on the left-hand side, that looks like two windows popping out, that allows you to open it as a modal.
The left-hand side?
Top left, yep.
I don't normally see them, so I don't know how I did it. But whatever, doesn't matter.
Right on. So, what do you want to do?
Well, we're locked in the room right now, so we can't really do anything.
Well, you're not locked in your rooms.
The room is locked.
Our doors will not open.
Oh.
We locked our doors.
Well, that was just me being me. I'll unlock them. Hee hee.
Look out in the hallway. See if I see anything.
You look into the hallway.
Grizz is drooling in Vaara's hair.
You look. You look up the hallway. You spot the hallway. Sorry to say.
No, I'm just looking to see if there's any of those Warforged anywhere.
If there are, you don't spot them.
To come pay us a visit.
You certainly don't spot Guillermo.
Great. Can I hear the If I go over here, can I hear the gnomish woman in her bunk?
Make a perception check.
Yes, I shall.
With a 12, you think you hear sort of tinkering. You hear the tinkling, I should say, of glass. You don't hear any voices, you don't hear any footprints, but you hear tinkling of glass. That's pretty much all you hear.
Great. Look around for the others. See if they're going to join me.
Xarghuul's in the room, just standing, looking like he's zoned out completely because we'll say he's on a call with his god, getting new spells.
What does your god's hold music sound like?
That's a good question.
Wrong answer. What's the music from the elevator? Come on, Sarah. What's the music? Something time.
Lobby time.
Lobby time. That's the hold music. Thank you.
Lobby time.
Now, do you use for AT&T?
You do hear Grzdlyln snoring very loudly in her and Vaara's room.
Fair.
I think
is Vaara snoring as well. They're both snoring in this room.
Oh, definitely. And I think
It's
the
a symphony
combination
snoring.
Yeah, I think the combination of the two snoring suddenly like jerks Vaara awake. And so she like comes to full consciousness and is like, huh, all right, interesting. And then she goes, and then sits straight up in bed.
Launching Grizz across the room.
And is all like, yeah, probably launching Grizz across the room. And is like,
Oh no, Grizz was like curled up on your head on the pillow, so you sit straight up, and Grizz just goes tumbling down the pillow and just like,
sorry,
this
is
having
amazing.
a nice dream.
Me too. Is it a dream? Is that why I can still remember? I don't know, but this is amazing.
What do you remember? Forgetful person.
So none of it is pleasant, I will say, but it is, it's kind of
Right, yes.
like we all died, right? There was the mummy.
yes.
And yeah, and then the other ghost lady, and then we saw Sai die like a bunch of times, and then like we all
That has
tried to
happened
like
several
bring her
times,
back.
yes.
I know. I feel personally responsible for that. Is that something that I should really like look within myself and deeply consider? Or is that something I should let go? I don't know. Let's talk about that later.
You hear from the hallway?
You just hear.
No, you shouldn't.
How loud
And
is
Grizz is just
Vaara
like-
being?
You should let that go. It is not your problem. This place is the word is oh yes, fucked. This place is fucked.
I think Vaara's being as loud as she is just now.
Okay.
Always. Yeah.
Vaara
Vaara
has
has
one
one
door
volume.
And Grizz is also never quiet.
That's fair.
Which door are they in? Can I tell just from hearing Vaara yell?
Yeah, they're right across the hall from you.
Oh, perfect.
We're
I'm
here.
gonna open up the door and step inside. Oh, so you remember again?
I remember. I never want to leave this train, and yet I only want to leave this train. This is very confusing. Is this what being able to remember things is like? Or are you just constantly confused all the time? I feel like I'm talking faster. Maybe I am. Am I
Yes.
smarter than I was? Oh my god.
I think it's just you.
Vaara, if I may, can we spend a little bit of time, perhaps 10 or 15 minutes, going over some things that we've learned over the time we've been together, so that maybe if we leave this train, you might remember it?
Sure.
Great. So I'm just going to literally open up a bag that's just filled with like newspaper clippings and like case files and like everything that Liz has ever shown her, is she's just gonna like put out in front of her and let her look at them.
Wow, that's amazing. You keep that with you all the time?
Yes. You don't?
No.
Well, you don't have a friend that has amnesia.
Is that what
This
I
is
have?
true.
Is
But
that,
then
is
again,
that what
I
it
don't
is?
have many friends.
That's
mean-
not true, Sai. Now you're going to make
Sai.
me extra sad.
That wasn't my
For
intention.
what?
I just
I'm
mean outside
offended.
of all of you, I don't have many friends
See?
outside of you guys.
Oh, no, neither
Let
do
me-
I. That part is perfectly normal. Yes.
Yeah, that's. I don't.
Let me
I
rephrase.
assume everyone I know in the world is here, but I don't really
She
know
starts
if that's true.
Grizz starts scratching Sai like right between the ears on top of the head.
You can hear a slight thumping noise.
You two are my bosom buddies, literally.
And we are gonna boob along, Breasty.
That is
Yeah, breasty.
definitely one of the weirdest ideas I've ever seen, and quite impressive.
Yes, but it
Can't
worked.
believe it worked. Honestly,
I also
Amazing.
cannot believe it worked.
So I do have good news,
I can.
which is, and she reaches into her robe and emerges with the Warforged hand. She's like, oh, we do still have this. Which
Where were you
means
hiding that?
if
I
I have
have
lots
one
of
too.
pockets. Does your clothing not have pockets?
That isn't the Warford head like the size she is?
I mean,
I have large pockets.
suspension of
They're bigger on the
disbelief. Big pockets, right?
Pockets.
They're bigger on the inside.
It's the same way that every D&D character carries like 18 weapons.
Yeah, and a
it's just
10-foot
oh, wait,
pole.
I lost my sword and
Yeah.
a spear and a crossbow and a...
I mean, I made mine believable by
Okay.
keeping them all inside a tower that collapsed into a 1-inch cube.
I appreciated
So,
that. I appreciated that.
Okay.
but
Also,
that-
the other
that
thing
being
is
said-
we
that
carry
being
how
said,
many
the point-
thousands of coins?
Lots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't just be.
This is the point I want to make is that if we can go through the baggage car without waking up the fucking mummy, we can open
Yeah.
the door and pass through to VIP.
When you say that, I'm gonna just turn my head out the door towards where Xarghuul is.
They're all dead. They'll forget this tomorrow. If we die, we die. We wake up, it's fine.
Where is my son?
That is an excellent question. Where is he? Is he not
I mean, if
opening
you
more
want, I can go
boxes he
get him.
shouldn't? Probably a good idea. He seems to get into trouble on his own.
Xarghuul,
Sure.
where are you?
I'll go get him. And then Sai leaves the room, goes back in, and says, "Hey, Xarghuul, want to come with me?"
Completely zoned out, as I said before.
He's on holds.
So Sai just grabs him by the scruff and then carries him into the room.
Oh, we should go visit the potion lady before she breaks everything. I assume that's how this works, because like 12 is earlier than when we met her last time. So
Yes, I would like to be strong again. That was nice.
I got a weird one. It was kind of a dud. It made me fall in love with the mummy lady. It makes me think I have mummy issues on top of everything else. Because I definitely have mummy issues now. No.
I think we all
Okay.
do.
Crystal
think
just
I'm-
stares at you.
There's just the most deadpan look on a bunny's face you've ever seen in your life. Just
What?
I appreciate this new side of you, Vaara.
Hey, thanks. Wait, is it new? Was I not like this before?
Typically
You-
it was me regaling you on the things you didn't remember, and then you forgetting them the next day. So
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
not on
I
you
mean, at
long,
the
but you
moment-
definitely talk more now when you remember things.
yeah, and you're very ponderable.
Thank you.
And about that time, I think Xarghuul will come out of his trance and say, "Oh, finally, she wanted to talk today." How did I get in here?
By firmly
Okay.
grasping you, and I carried you over here. That's how you got in here.
We missed you.
She just like picked you up over her head and just carried you and just put you down gently. It was actually...
Oh no, there was no like picking up over the head. It was just holding up like this by the scruff.
Oh, that's
We
actually...
wanted to make sure you did not open any more coffins.
On that, my god just gave me a few abilities that may help with that fact. Now, if I remember correctly, Sai and Vaara, you got hit with that mummy with that
With the
degradation.
mummy's version of an STD, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was bad.
I don't think that's what that
did not
was,
feel
but...
good.
Well, I may
It's
be
a
able to fix that.
CTD, a combat transmitted disease.
I may be able to
Thank
fix
you.
that if you'll allow me.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like that very much.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So, Xarghuul is. I almost said Mick. Xarghuul is going to use 2 casts of Remove Curse on both Sai and Vaara to get rid of that mummy.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
At least you didn't need to roll for like removing lycanthropy.
yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah. Remove Curse. You needed the description, which I'm pretty sure you don't. And he's also going to say. And there was another thing that I wanted to say. I know that I may have, well, fucked up before. I may have got a little bit too close to the coffin and, well, caused everyone else's deaths. It's not the first time that I've done it, and it's not the last time I've done it. But what I can do
Wait,
is...
you intend to kill us all again?
Can you see the future?
Not quite,
So cool.
but kobolds
I-
tend to mess things up. The
Oh.
species ability,
So,
but I shall try to not do that.
When he
Xarghuul,
says that,
And-
Grizz jumps down off the bed and marches over to him and says, I don't want to hear you talk like that. I am Goblin. People say that we are nothing but trouble, but I have been helpful, yes? You can be helpful, just maybe. Simple idea, do not open coffins on train full of dead people, da?
I didn't open it. I just walked near it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't do that either.
But that him basically saying he's sorry was basically a motivational speech to all of you.
Oh, okay.
Some of you may
Oh.
die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. It's kind of how that came off.
That's exactly what it is.
And temp HP can take you over your max, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah.
temporary.
So
like,
basically,
oh, fine,
now you've
nice.
got advantage on wisdom saving throws, and you get
Oh.
advantage on the next attack roll after somebody attacks you.
Okay.
Very
Oh,
good.
nice.
So advantage on all wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
Anything else you want to do, Xarghuul?
there we go. There we go.
I'm stuck at the door, man.
1 hour, okay.
Stuck in the door?
I'm stuck at the door.
There is one more thing he will
Sorry.
do, and he's casting all his spells at the start of the day because why not? And he's going to use a 2nd level spell to cast one of Mick's favorite is Aid.
Okay.
That's-
That's not
No,
I
temporary.
wish
Aid
you
is
hadn't
healing?
used that, but okay.
That's not temporary hit points. So that's 5 on top of the temporary hit points.
Alrighty.
I mean, I can't take those because I'm over my max already anyway.
You can be over your max. It changes your
Yeah.
max.
Yeah, that's 5 plus max.
Aid. Oh.
Aid stacks with
okay.
10.
8 is 5, and that's 5 on top of your max.
51.
Gotcha. So my max becomes 56 and I go up to 61. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Elizabeth, while you're standing out in the hallway,
Yes. What do I see?
you don't.
With my amazing passive perception?
It's not what you see, it's what you hear.
Oh boy.
The roof of the of each of the cars, is about 10 feet tall. It's obviously not high enough for you to touch with your hands, but you are able to see the roof itself. There is a sort of a strange sort of squelching, streaking noise, like something, like almost as if like someone grabbed a wet windshield wiper and started to squeegee a glass windshield, and it's gone all the way from the northern section of the car, like slowly moving its way down past your head and now moving past you to the southern portion of the car.
Okay. Can I look up?
You sure can.
See if I see anything?
You do not see anything.
Great. Well, my friends are discussing the things they're discussing. I'm going to go knock on the door of this gnomish woman.
Okay.
And let them do their thing, and then I just want to let her. I just want to get in the room and talk to her for a
Sure. Who is it?
So my name is Elizabeth, Ellery Cedric. You and I have spoken before. I just wanted to talk to you again, if possible. Thank you.
I don't think I know an Elizabeth Sidgwick. Who's Elizabeth Who are you?
I'm a detective.
There is a pause.
Investigator, really, but...
And then there is an enormous amount of, like, tinkering and glass sounds. Hold on for 1 sec, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember her name as player, but I know it was definitely told to me, so...
Yes.
I would like to remember it, please.
Her name is Kazma Ranadal.
Miss Ranadal, if you could please open the door, I would really like to...
Just one moment. Just tons of glass sounds. Oh, shit. One moment. God.
We
Can I just try the handle?
Womp womp.
It's locked.
Can I just try the handle?
It's locked.
Can I try to pick it?
Sure.
I have these tools.
Yeah, be my guest.
Sure.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Now, damn it.
The
That's
door.
no.
Yeah, you just hear clink as your pick gets stuck in the lock. Just a few more moments. Oh, God.
Can we hear this happening from where we are?
Make a perception check. I think you're inside your room. You're about 15, 20 feet away, so probably not. But make a perception check. Let's see.
Let's find out. 21.
Yeah, I'd say that Grizz can hear it, Vaara can hear it, and now that Sai has moved over right next to Elizabeth, I think it's pretty obvious, ears aside, that you can hear it as well, Sai.
But Grizz is just going to stick her head out the door and say, "Oh, just tell her the truth that we want our potions. She's going to forget tomorrow anyway."
Elizabeth, as you sort of look back towards the door, there is a sort of strange green vapor that's coming from underneath the door.
Oh no, not this again.
Minty.
No, not minty. Very, very not minty.
Ouchie. Ouchie.
Can I try
not
to
minty.
open the door again?
Yeah, sure. It's locked.
I know.
Just what? Oh God! You hear retching.
Oh my
Guys, what the fuck, guys?
Quiz, can you just go wave
This
the Warforged hand? Housekeeping has to be able to get into these cabins.
Oh, that's a very interesting thought. I will try. And she will go up and she will like wrap the Warforged hand around the handle and see if she can make a turn.
Make a. That's weird. The doors don't. Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything.
I was just trying to see if the
there's no-
Warforged
The Warforged
had,
hand.
like,
Yeah,
lock.
it doesn't
Has
have.
no
Yeah,
look
it's not a
here.
skeleton key. Yeah.
Yes, no,
Yes,
that did not work. But good idea, I think.
Matt, I do have
I
a
think-
question for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
While this is going on, can Sai take a look at the weird, like, almost gauntlet?
And then Grizz immediately hops back out of the fog.
Look at the gauntlet in hand.
then,
Yeah. Mhm.
And hollow it out so she can wear it.
That would take a lot of doing. I'm not gonna lie, because it is literally like all gears and metal and wires inside. Right. That's what Warforged are.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have Big Mick in the party.
And that might ruin the key.
True. That's a good point.
Okay.
Are you alright in there, Mr. Randall?
No response.
Okay.
So
Get a
do
look
we
over the
wait for
side.
Yeah.
I
do we wait for
could
that
get in there
beer,
if I.
or
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Or-
I
or do
will
we just
wild.
break the door in?
Or just for fuck's sake, give me a second, and I will wild shape into a bug that can crawl under the door.
Okay. Cool. You wide shape into a bug, and you crawl.
I'm an ant. We'll say I'm an ant.
Sure.
And
Ants.
I crawl into the door.
Ants breathe, right? Okay, so you crawl
I
under the
assume
door.
so.
Yes.
I would say that because she did jump out of the way of the cloud. She does hold her breath while she does that.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a question for JF. JF, do ants breathe?
Ants breathe. I'm gonna say yes, they breathe.
Ants
Ants
definitely
absolutely
breathe.
do breathe.
Ants
breathe
definitely
through
breathe.
their exoskeleton.
No need to ask JF. It's not like he's like
Actually,
the
they might
Hitchhiker's
have
Insect.
Guide to
they
the
might have-
Galaxy or some shit.
ants might have spiracles like cockroaches.
Don't
do.
panic.
Either way.
Yeah, so I don't
She-
know if they
Most
like can
insects
hold their.
breathe directly through their exoskeletons.
Yeah, I don't think they can hold their breath.
Okay. Well, then I don't become an ant. I become a cockroach. Cockroaches breathe through spiracles, which are these little crescent moon-shaped vents between their legs. Thank you, college bio class, where we tortured roaches under a microscope. So I turn into a
shit.
roach and I hold my breath,
God damn.
and I go through the cloud.
Okay.
And
You go into
on
this
the other
room.
side.
On the other
Okay,
side of this
yes.
room, first of all, the room is completely filled with this sort of greenish vapor from floor to ceiling. It is because there are a number of broken vessels, glass vessels, that are in the middle of the floor that have been smashed, releasing their contents and seeping into the carpet. The innate chemical reaction that seems to have occurred has caused this horrible volatile reaction, which you see has, at least from your perspective, completely killed Casma Vanadal. Her eyes are wide open and staring, her tongue is out, and there is a giant pool of bile right next to her mouth.
Delightful. I am going to morph back into Grizz. I'm going to go into the bathroom and see if there's a vent window I can open.
There is no vent.
Is there a window in this car?
There is a window right here.
I will open the window.
Okay.
Did Chris open the door?
Not yet. I'm getting rid of the gas so it doesn't blow into the hallway and knock out all of you.
So you open the window, and there is an horrible sort of screeching and blast of air. The mists of Ravenloft outside just like are flowing like a river outside of the window, and you begin to hear sort of moaning and shrieking sounds of all of the horrible souls that have attempted to assault you, and they're all seemingly getting closer. But yes, indeed, the greenish gas seems to vent out the window almost immediately, leaving just a very small modicum
sounds-
of greenish gas in the room.
At
That
which
sounds like
point
a
I
nice soul
close
I went
window. Oh, God. I close the window and then I unlock and open the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely step in as soon as you open the door.
You open the door,
Yes.
and there you go.
I mark down that one use of wild shape. There we go. All right. Right. Well, I got rid of the gas. It does appear she is dead, but she was already dead, and she will be dead again tomorrow, but also alive. It's a very strange train. At any rate, there may be some bottles, and then she'll start looking around to see if anything didn't break.
I would also like to look around.
Yeah, there are a few.
Outside.
I would say there's probably like 10 to 20 potion bottles of various shapes and sizes that are still left in the room.
She was clearly doing something illicit. She was going to hide things on
I wonder if she
I-
has
well,
a
the
journal.
cart.
I do not know if her potions were perhaps legal. I don't know, but it is worth checking out what we have here.
I'd like to
Journal,
investigate
good
the room, please,
idea.
note.
Can I make any kind of check to see if any of these potions resemble
the strength ones that you had before?
I was going to say the specific answer that I want is the strength potion that shattered on me before. The overarching, like, that's the very specific thing I'm looking for, but also anything that looks like the potions we already drank.
Let's see. I would say make an investigation check.
Investigation. I was hoping that could be history because it was a memory, but okay. Investigation machine. Holy shit, nat 20. Okay.
Beautiful things. So I would say then yes, you do find the same sort of shape of the container. It seems to have still the liquid inside of it.
That is specifically the giant, the hill or whatever was the storm giant strength potion from before.
Yes, that is correct.
Excellent. Taking that and slipping it in my pocket.
Cool.
And then looking around to the others to say, well, I found the one that I was looking for. As for the rest of I'm not sure. What kind of check would it be to like
pick for me?
What kind of check would it be to like get actually wait a minute. Hold on. Would detect magic tell me the school of magic that these potions produce?
Yes. It would produce, so potions, of course, are most, if not all, like potions, potions are not dictated into schools of magic. It's simply, they're all enchantments, obviously, because they're enchanting potions.
Okay, all right.
They're not like spell
detect
scrolls.
Magic would just give, okay, so detect magic would just give me enchantment on.
Correct.
So that's not necessarily.
Sai, can you help me with something real quick? You're strong.
Sure. What do you need?
Well, can we pick up Miss Ranadol and put her in her bed, face her towards the wall, make it look like she's sleeping in case anyone comes by?
Sure, yeah.
Probably better than leaving her on the floor where she's clearly dead.
Or we can just close the
I
door.
do not know that anyone on this train cares, but that is okay.
The Warforged definitely do.
They don't leave their post.
And like she kind of like she's fingering the potion in her pocket. She looks over at Xarghuul and she's like, "Oh, that reminds me." And she's gonna quickly cast Good Berry, and then stick the berries in a pouch in like one of her pouches that like hangs off her cloak, so that I have my good berries at the ready if we need them.
Why don't you give her one of the berries?
Because she's dead.
She's very dead.
I think she's. I don't think good berries can bring you back from like dead.
Yeah, she's
no,
super dead. I'm assuming you guys put her in her bed like that.
Yeah, put her in her bed, tuck her in. You know, I'm gonna prestidigitate the spill on the rug, clean it up.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Can I look around for some kind of journal, perhaps? Something maybe to show what she was doing?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Make
her journal.
Both of you guys can make perception checks, or one of you can do it with advantage.
Oh shit! I have a +9, Jane.
Okay, then I'll use the help action and give you advantage.
Hey, let's hope I roll well for once. Not so much. 20.
Advantage rolls 20. That's not bad.
But still,
yeah, it's
20's pretty good.
The average.
Oh, on a 20-sided dice.
Until you find out that that's actually a natural 9. A natural 11.
I rolled an 11.
But she's got a +9.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say that although there's a few, if any, places around this particular compartment that you would find a journal, you do find some notes, like some pages of notes that Casma Ranadal has seemingly made in a very sort of scribbled, frenetic handwriting. Most of it seems to have to do with experiments, right? Chemical experiments, trying certain potions to mix together to try to make improved versions or changed versions of those potions. So you'll see like potion of sleep plus potion of fire does not equal potion of fire sleep, right? Or like Potion.
Oh, Kazma, no.
Potion of potion of growth.
Potion of fire sleep. I love it.
Potion of growth plus potion of animal friendship does not equal potion of greater animal friendship, right? These kinds of things you see like over and over and over again with varying results. A couple of entries that you do see circled on her notes are need catalyst, and then eventually, as you move down past the note section, found catalyst. Need. Let me just make sure I have this correct. Yeah, need Windshire Rainbow Wine.
All right, guys,
Never heard of
find that in
something
the
like
VIP, die back here, and give it to her. That's what we need to do.
I mean, that sounds like really tasty wine.
And actually, Grizz will say, oh, so if we can find this Windshire Rainbow Wine, possibly in either the first class dining car or perhaps in VIP when we do not wake up the mummy and find our way there, we could bring it to this lady and maybe she can make us something amazing that will help us get the fuck off this stupid train.
That's a great idea, but we'll have to die again. And I don't know if I want to do that.
It's probably going to happen. I'm just saying.
It's probably going to happen, but at least now we know a little bit more about what she's doing, so perhaps we might be able to not have her kill herself next time.
Yes, in the meantime, these things may or may not turn out useful, but I will take a couple more. And she's got the Storm Giant strength, but she will also just grab... You said there were 10 to 20. She's going to grab 2 more random potion bottles.
Okay. Well, we'll find out what they do when you drink them.
I'm also going to take a couple. Why not, right?
Yeah, Vaara's
I'll
just
take
going to
it.
hold out her hand for someone to throw some potion bottles into her hand. And then
I'll tell you what.
hand them to her.
Yeah, I was going to say, you hand her one, I'll hand her one, and if she chooses to drink them, we will roll the dice for her.
Yes.
Excellent.
Does that count as us
I
choosing them
love
for
it.
you?
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, so one from Grizz, one from Liz.
One from Liz. Grizz and Liz.
The
Grizz and
Grizz and Liz.
We didn't mean to
Okay.
rhyme our names, but, you know.
It's the Grzdlyln. It's Grzdlyln.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But while Vaara's in the hallway, she's kind of been exercising her newfound memory. She's been really looking around and trying to see if everything on the train is exactly as she remembers it, or are pieces of it starting to degrade, for instance. Does everything seem stable and exactly as it was, even though being on this train is volatile, or does it seem like there's more?
Make a history.
This is the first time you've been.
This is, I would say, is a history
History?
check. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question
Well,
about.
I'm super good at
'cause
that,
I know,
so.
I know
Okay.
in one episode,
Better than I was expecting.
Maeve was having Liz take notes about things. Did those transfer over when the loop?
We
happened?
learned before that the things I write in my journal do not transfer over.
Right.
But I would still rewrite a lot of them in like brief.
That's fair. Yeah.
Scratch,
And I think
just
at one
to, like,
point I chopped a corner off a blanket, and when we came back, the corner was back on.
That's
again.
fair. Yeah. So, Vaara, your understanding, meager as it is, as to what is occurring on this particular train through your 2 days of actual memory that you still have interred in your brain, you
Lots of space.
for real. I mean, a lot of hard drive on, free space on that hard drive. I think that you're not observant enough within your recollection to see if there are minuscule differences, but from your understanding, at least in this area, everything seems exactly the same.
Okay. Great.
Now, does
So
Vaara
will
tell anyone
Grizz
she's doing that?
see-
Sorry,
Oh,
lots of
I was
people
gonna say,
talking at the
'cause
same
Grizz is
time.
Go
kinda-
ahead.
Sorry. I've got a direct line of sight on her from where I am, and I have just handed her a potion. So, like, Grizz has got what she wants out of this room. She's kind of done. I think she will sort of step up to Vaara and say, "What are you looking at?" Do you see something?
No. I just, being able to remember things is kind of new for me. And I I was just trying to see if the trade looked exactly as I remembered it from the last time, or to see if anything had changed. Because, like, she died right away this time. We didn't get to talk to her, so things can change, obviously. But I don't know. I guess I wanted to see if things are changing faster,
That's a
if that
very
makes
good
sense.
question.
Oh, I see.
Like, I don't know.
You wanted to see if anything was different.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah.
much happened here last time, but it may be worth investigating other places we have been to see if we see such changes, because there may be some. Perhaps
That's a
in
good point.
specifically the baggage car where we found the mummy would be a good place to look and see if anything looked different than it was when we were there before.
That's a good idea. Maybe I just wasn't in this section long enough. Yeah.
Yes, but you have. I know you remember nothing from life before, but it seems perhaps there is big brain inside big head, yes?
I mean, I'm a big girl, so stands to remembrance. Yep.
It was a compliment. It was a compliment. You
Thank
had a good
you.
idea, and we will
Thank-
keep that in mind moving forward. We will check for the changes. Yes.
I think Vaara just blushes. You see, like, a little bit pink on her gray face, and she gets a little like, oh, I did it good. Yay.
You did do it good.
Grizz does the traditional, climbs her like tree, hops up on her shoulder, and like gives her head a hug. Like, yes, there is good brain in there. We are learning more about you every day.
Right? It's exciting. Okay. So which way are we going? Are we going back toward Bubby Lady and her terrible son? Or are we going... There's a bar back there, right? If maybe we
have to
check
go
the
through
closer bar to...
We go
There-
through the bar to get to the mummy lady. We have to go through the passenger car. Oh wait, the passenger car does not have food. No, never
Well,
mind.
no,
Yes.
we would go through the first class dining cart, and then we would go through the kitchen, and then we would go through the regular dining cart where the bar is. But there's a bar in the
Well,
first class dining cart, isn't there?
If she needs a special wine, then I am guessing that wine would be in first class or in VIP. She is also in first class, which tells me that the wine she needs, if it is even on this train, is probably in VIP. Because one would assume she
have
asked
to
at the
check.
bar here. Is there a date on that? Well, never mind. That doesn't mean shit. We don't know what day it is. Wait, does her journal entry mention
Can I-
anything about passing of time on this train?
No.
Does it mention anything about where she came from? The city?
Metrol. It does mention like the actual date and time of her entries are all from the city of Metrol.
Does
Oh,
it
wait,
mention
you're-
anything interesting about the city, about why she seemingly decided to hoard dozens and dozens of potions aboard this cart?
Nope. Doesn't seem to mention that at all.
No. Fair enough then. Okay.
Well, your journal does not save between deaths either, so I suppose that
Well,
is...
It doesn't,
Yes.
but I was hoping I could find something from before she got on the train.
Oh, yes, I was just thinking, I was wondering if she is perhaps also aware of what is happening, or if she is only fearful of being discovered, as she did not want to open the door, because of something that she did before she got on this train.
I mean,
Or if she
judging
is,
from her reaction,
in her own way, trying to get off, and does not know that we are doing the same thing.
Well, we'll have to ask her next time then, unless someone can speak to someone who's already dead. Deader. 'Cause we're dead, right?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I could speak to her. I don't think she'd be able to speak back. Hello, lady. Yeah, see nothing.
Sorry.
Okay, big brain, I don't think that is exactly what she meant.
Oh, okay.
It's
I want to look at my pocket watch and see what time it is.
It is, based on the fact that it is now 10:26 p.m. and you guys have been talking for a little bit, I would say it is.
26,
I'd say
that's
it's
the hour.
11. No, sorry. It is 12:45 p.m.
Ah, wasn't far off from where I thought it would be. Very well then. I've been keeping track of
Maeve,
any time I look at my watch, just to try to get an idea
I gotta
about
get one of
when
these
things happen.
just for this character.
Okay, so we should probably go before that ghost goes up, right?
Yes. Take the
She
potions.
was
Let's
mean.
go forward. Oh,
Let's-
this.
Xarghuul's also looking at the potions that this lady had, and he's just browsing,
boy.
seeing if because he wants to grab one, but he doesn't want to grab one that's
Helpful.
That's bad for him. So could he make some kind of check?
Sorry, Red. Sorry.
I would say
He wants a potion that's helpful, so he can make a check to see if he can.
Well, none of them are labeled, so it's like it's like dipping your finger in the in a pool with closing your eyes and hoping that it's cold or hot. Like you don't know.
Yeah. Right. But
So-
I mean, would he be able to deduce what kind of potion they are by looking
Can
at
you
them?
detect good and evil on them?
I would say. I mean,
Oh, man.
remember that many of these potions have been altered in some way or form. So I would say that,
Like, I mean, he would know what a
Tell you what I'll
potion
do.
of healing would look like.
yeah, but none of these look like
Oh.
potions of healing, right? They all look
Yeah, that's basically what I was
somewhat
getting at.
changed. So here's what I'll say.
But-
I'll say make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Thought. Could I identify a potion?
Yes, you could use the Identify spell if you would like to.
Okay.
Ooh, a 15.
15.
I would say, like, you're sort of browsing through the remaining, 10 or so potions that are left after everybody ransacked the place. And you're like, oh, good potion, bad potion. Well, that kind of looks like something cool. So whatever, if you pick that one potion, I will have you roll a D100 twice, and we'll pick the better result of the two.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go.
Very nice.
I was going to pick one and then drink it straight away, so...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like if you drink it straight away, it's just like everyone else did. It'll be a D100 roll, but depending on the D100,
100 one.
Exactly, it'll be a
With
2D100
advantage, essentially.
exactly. Yeah.
So I'll go do that now.
Love it.
Cool.
Well, this is. Well,
So
we're kind
80
of just
and
standing around.
77.
Okay. We'll look at it when you drink it.
Those are higher.
Yeah. Well, we're just kind of standing around. Can I identify one as a ritual?
Yeah, 10 minutes if you would like to take the 10 minutes.
I mean, we've been standing here for a while. Could I just pick one up and do a ritual?
Sure. Means you can't
Right,
talk,
I'm
but
gonna do that.
you can't have talk for 10 minutes, but like you have to concentrate on it, so it's fine. I'll retroactively say that the one that you pick up, sure. So roll a D100, and I'll tell you what it is.
And Xarghuul also rolled his, an 80 and a 77.
30.
Find my link.
Link.
So did this this rollable potion list come with the actual module?
Nope, it does not. It's my
I just
own
have a
random.
list.
I have a random potion generator.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
Generates
Love the random potion generator.
100 different potions. Yeah, nice. Okay, so
Nice.
the one that you identify.
I want to know what 69 is.
I'm gonna tell you if you just wait a second.
Turn yourself into a bard.
You can tell us later.
It gives you a giant phallus. The potion,
No matter your gender.
it doesn't matter.
Alter self.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
it turns you into a giant phallus. No, the potion. The potion.
gives you
your head.
The potion
An
that you
orgasm every time you
Guys.
roll a d20.
Oh man, that's a good one. The potion that you.
Wouldn't it only be if you roll a 20?
The potion.
Or every time you roll a nat 20.
The
Sorry.
potion.
Gotcha.
Trying to move the goalposts here. The potion that you pick up and identify, Elizabeth, is in fact a sort of grayish bubbling potion with a very small top. And you identify this as a potion of resistance to lightning damage.
Oh,
All right, let me.
learned that now.
Oh my. Okay, so that would be the bad one. I'm checking on
Odd reds.
on Xarghuul's and
They're probably it's red. They're probably both bad. Let's go.
Yeah. Knowing me, yes.
and
I didn't roll 2 nat once.
Okay.
So that's
okay. I got the second one. That's somewhat better. All right, cool. So we'll see what happens when you drink it.
okay. Well, as I said,
Well, doesn't he get to know what they are and pick the better option?
No, I just gave him the
Matt's
good
just
one.
gonna.
Oh, Matt picks the better option.
I picked the
Okay.
best. Listen, one is definitely worse than
Okay.
the other. Okay.
All right.
well, as I said, as soon as he grabs it, he's going to drink it. So
Oh,
He's
so
been
you
cool
just
now.
want to drink it right now?
So he
So
shrinks.
now is the
Cool.
moment.
Okay. Xarghuul.
no
What,
consequences.
it's fair. Go, Xarghuul. What kind of kobold are you? Right? You're what's this color of your scales?
Blue.
Yeah. Now they're white.
Ooh,
Whoosh!
fun.
He's completely turned into a pure white kobold. Permanently. Rats.
Oh, fun.
Wait, so what about when the time resets again?
Permanently? Oh shit.
I guess we'll find out, right?
Oh
Who
no.
the fuck knows? You know.
Can,
Side note: I have grabbed 4 of these potions.
Nice.
Can't wait.
I also
Matt-
grabbed 4.
I grabbed 2 plus the Swole Grizz potion.
Mm-hmm.
How long
1, 2, 3. Yep.
does the potion of Storm Giant Strength last?
I think it's 1 hour. Pretty sure. It's
it
1
is 1 hour. Yeah. So she's not drinking it until she needs it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Last time it got thrown on her and she didn't have a choice. This time she's gonna hold on to that shit.
That's fair.
She's also she actually as this is happening, she also holds it up to everyone. She goes, "Everyone, this bottle. Remember what this bottle looks like? If we are back here again, I want this bottle again. I like punching things." And then she puts
can
it
probably
back in
remember
her
that.
pocket.
It's pretty great to punch things.
Yeah. Vaara gets
I-
really up close to the bottle and studies it intently.
Nice. Yes, big brain. She like Grizz is still on your shoulder. She holds it up right in front of your face like a fucking carrot.
Thank you. A basic. I love it.
All right. Are you guys are you done stealing potions from the dead gnome?
I think we took all of
Yeah.
them, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
It's great.
yeah,
I
I
just- how many are left?
It's
I
gotta
only
reset in
only
44
took-
hours.
I only took 2. If there's any left, I'll take more.
Okay, I'd say there's 2 left after everybody's stolen
All right.
their own.
So I
took
have
4, so-
I have 3 mystery potions and the 1 potion that I know what it does.
Fair.
I
We
have
love
2
Matt. The fact
because-
that you gave us this fucking chaos mechanic is amazing.
Do you realize how long I've been waiting to chaos the hell out of this chaos group? I've been asking for it. Okay? You guys like chaos? I give you chaos. You take it all, right? Yeah.
I give you
Matt,
chaos,
I-
Allah.
You haven't played in my Saturday at Craw campaign, but this is some Craw level chaos.
Listen.
And the chaos that happens in that campaign is pretty chaotic.
I think it's kind of the antidote to the fact that everything sort of resets back, so you guys can continue to do different. Like it's the Bill Murray of all of it, right? It's like he's just going to create chaos. He's like 1, 2, car, groundhog. Like, he knows it well enough that he can cause chaos wherever he wants. It doesn't matter. The consequences don't matter. He can shove his face full of pie and be like, what? You know, like that's the whole concept of it. That's the reason why we love it, that movie.
Absolutely delightful man in real life, by the way.
Really?
Have you heard the theory about how many years he actually spent?
Yeah.
Like resetting.
It was like 1,000 years or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you
I
guys
heard it was
like
like
time
10,000
travel,
years
time
doing
loop
that.
movies, watch Palm Springs. Palm Springs is very, very good.
Okay. Looking into
Never
it.
heard of that movie, but now it's on the radar.
This sponsored
It's,
stream.
Andy Samberg and Kristen Melody.
This stream sponsored by Palm Springs. Springs? What is it? Palm Springs?
Springs.
Sorry.
Palm Springs.
Take two.
Yeah.
This stream sponsored by Palm Springs, the new movie by Kristen. I'm horrible at this shit. That's no wonder why I don't have a job. All right, sorry. Let's keep going.
This is why you have cue
On Hulu.
cards.
I think while everyone else is doing what they're doing, I think I'm gonna go forward into the next cart and find a place to sit, and then identify another potion.
Beep. The door opens. I think your stuff is still there. I have to take this off. This like weird thing that you left behind. Oh, it's your
I didn't.
No, it's
I
not
didn't
you.
know that.
It's not you. It's Vaara's
It was
thing that she keeps
Echo.
leaving her echo
Oh,
poop that she leaves behind.
I thought it was Xarghuul's hut.
Excuse me,
Grzdlyln
I refer
followed
to
the
it as
program. Oh, yes.
residue. Thank you.
Does anyone remember
Also, I don't
the
know
last
how to
time
remove
we
it.
actually ate anything? I know we keep dying and we're technically dead, but I could use some breakfast. And she will
Oh yeah, that's true.
No breakfast after 11.
wave.
No breakfast after 11. Sorry.
She will
Oh.
wave very cheerfully at the two Warforged as she crosses cars.
They do not respond.
Here, let's go find food.
All
Where's the
right.
kitchen?
Oh shit, the food cart is the other way.
That is correct.
But we could try making our way quietly, very quietly. She looks back at Xarghuul through the baggage car and use my handy little friend to get into VIP. I bet they can get breakfast at any hour they want.
Is Gris still concentrating on detect magic?
I never cast it because we determined
you
it
never
would
yeah,
be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Never
remember
mind.
that.
I thought you had.
No,
Never
I was going
mind.
to, but then I realized all it was going to tell me was that all the potions had enchantment magic on them, and that's not useful. We knew they were magic
Okey-dokey.
already, so.
Nobody talked to this twat and Vaara.
Wow.
motions too.
I may have to bleep that. That's fine.
Oh really?
Now you have to say
We're
the,
adult
the
channel.
only way to say that
That's
in like a
imperial?
non-offensive manner is to say it with a British accent. That's the only way we just say. There you go.
Twat.
You got to say it like, look at this twat, right?
I'll say it's twat.
Yeah. Oh man,
Now one look at this twat.
we're getting
that's how
demonetized. Okay.
I will actually tell you
We're
that both
past 8
twat
seconds.
and the
That's true.
C word, very common parlance in the UK. That was one of my big culture shock moments.
Very true.
When I lived there, I was
Very
like, "Wait,
true.
I'm sorry. You say what now?"
Mm-hmm. Lots of that.
Also, what they call cigarettes.
Yep.
Yep. Not exactly
Oh,
the
yeah.
same.
Yep.
Yep. I'm with you. All right. So you guys have made your way back into the first class passenger car, as of course you've seen before. All of these very fine looking individuals, very entitled nobility types. They're all ghosts. And they
But
sort
wait,
of.
we talked to the mummy's mom in this, or the mummy's kid in this car, right?
That is
This
correct.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's who I was
This
talking
guy.
about.
That's the twat. That's the
That
twat.
guy. Yeah.
Go find the twat.
Wow.
Grizz would also like
It's
to
like
talk to the
7 T words in this episode. I really hope.
twat. Yeah, but now
Yep,
we're
it's
saying
fine.
twat.
Okay, that's
It
8.
means some,
Yep, that keep going.
it means something completely different here.
100%.
It literally actually does kind of mean something different.
I completely understand. It's cool. Let's move on. Yay.
That's how Vaara meant it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
What are you guys doing in this car? What you doing?
I'm gonna
Moving
ask
forward.
him invasive questions about his mother.
Please, by all means, go ahead. Launch the question bullets.
We must find. Is it this guy? Is that-
It's this guy. It's the guy I'm sitting next to down here.
You're not standing next to
Oh,
him.
it's this guy.
You're sitting
I
across.
said sitting next
Said
to.
sitting
not-
across from.
You're sitting
All right.
across.
It was Vaara's idea. I'm gonna let her go first.
Go ahead, Vaara.
Oh no, I said don't talk to this guy.
Oh.
It was a drive-by twatting.
He was terrible, and his mother was worse. So Vaara's just kind of like,
He
no.
was awful.
But you can talk to him if you would like.
Well, let me remind myself of what Grizz is. Okay, yeah, I got a -1 charisma, so.
That's
boy.
perfect.
And I did not prep any charm spells, which I now had I fully. Okay, so if we die before making it to VIP, I will prep charm person for our next life. But in the meantime, I can't talk to this guy. I will fail miserably.
I mean, I have charm person.
Well, then
I'm also really persuasive, so you know,
good.
I'm identifying.
He's just
things
way
right
too
now.
happy that his mother.
I'm just gonna
Ask him what his mother hates about him. If she wakes up, maybe we can get on her good side.
Everything.
I'm assuming you're whispering this and not just like screaming this out in the middle of the sleep of the car.
Yeah, no, of course.
Ask
but
him
it's
what
also
his
wrong,
mother.
so it's more
Ask him what his mother likes and doesn't like, and what his mother. He's just like, what the.
Excuse me, I do not sound like that at all.
Now we got his name and his mother's name, as I recall last time.
That's
Little
correct.
Lord Pendleton.
That is correct. Pendleton is the family name. And his mother's name is Rosaline Pendleton, or at least was.
Now her name is Mummy Bitch.
Well, Mummy Dearest. And excuse me.
That's what he calls her.
That kind of a.
I did not see any coat hangers in that car.
Oof. I got that one. I got that one, Sarah.
Dearest.
Mummy Dearest. Very good. All right, who.
Thank you.
Who
I'm
wants-
sorry, old person joke, everyone.
It's fine. Yeah, people will be like,
Not that
what the.
old.
Not that kind of coat hanger joke.
No, not that. Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Yeah,
All right, so
okay.
hey, let's verge
Look it
into
up,
actual
everyone.
Dungeons and Dragons. What do you guys want to do? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm identifying a potion right now, so let me know when I'm done with that.
I'll let you know in about 2-3 minutes.
As Sai walks by, she's gonna take her. It's not really a cane; it's her greatsword. It just looks like wood right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, as soon as she's behind him, it's gonna smack him in the back of the head with it. And keep walking.
Ah!
Nice.
Excuse
So,
me.
There is. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's like stares at you. Excuse me. Watch it. With that, please?
It slipped.
Yes, I assume that it did. And he goes back to reading.
It's very pointy.
He doesn't say anything anymore. He just sort of glowers at you.
Good.
Can I look over and see what he's reading from here without interrupting my spell?
Yeah, sure. I'd say that's fine. I'd say he's reading. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Hold on, let me just check on the title of this. There may be actually quite a useful title here.
Existential crisis is when losing a loved one who is overbearing and terrible.
No.
Dealing with mommy issues for dummies. I mean mummies. I mean dummies. I mean fuck.
No, the love life of Salmon is swift and horrible.
No, he's reading his. It seems like a history book. And it's
Oh, he's one of those nerds.
yeah, he's super nerdy. The book's title is The War in Sire. And
Like where this train is from.
Sire is Cyre. That's how it's spelled. The War
like
in
the train,
Sire,
yes.
like the train.
I imagine we don't know anything about the war in Sire.
I mean, have any of you ever even heard of Sire?
We have now.
Before now.
Definitely not.
I will allow you to
need
make
to know.
a history check at disadvantage, just from the rumors maybe that you've heard from, just sort of leeching off of other people. But I'll make, if you'd like, you can
Only-
make history checks with disadvantage.
Only because I'm
Sure.
sure
I'm gonna
roll
I
this
want it to
just
be
for fun.
useful.
I just want to roll this for
Yep.
fun to see if I can get a 0.
Damn.
Oh, it was close.
Nice.
It was very close.
Not amnesty.
Whoa, Liz.
Damn.
Sorry, I'm not Amnestrium, Liz.
Yep, you
I
are.
know. I was just.
I fixed it. I mean, it would make
you
sense that
can't change
Liz
your
of
name,
anyone here would know. I did. I just did.
So, Liz, I think maybe in your gallivantings around the countryside, you've heard of, I guess you would probably call it legends, or maybe even just myths, potentially, even, about a land called Corvair. Corvair being some kind of a continent of a much larger land, the name of which escapes you. But you remember hearing about a particular section of Corvair called Cyre, C-Y-R-E, pronounced and spelled in the exact same way that you see on this book. With a 25, which is pretty goddamn amazing, I think that when you spot this book, something in your undead, decaying brain suddenly sparks to life, and you recognize the name as this place that seems to have been at war with its neighboring nations. At one point, during this war, Cyre, which was in and of itself a country that used a vast degree of technology far beyond the ken of anything that you had ever experienced, utilized its technology as a weapon of some kind. And in doing so, caused a cataclysmic, apocalyptic explosion that wiped out almost the entirety of that country. It was known as the Mourning. M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G.
Yeah.
That is what you remember from that brief flash of recollection.
Interesting. Okay.
Go flirt with him and talk about the book.
So
yeah,
you-
I guess I'll go join this book
You-
club.
you-
Am I done with my identify?
yeah, I'd say that, like your identify, like you're just like, "Ooh," you sort of like, as that memory sort of comes back to you, you almost like lose hold of the potion that you're identifying. Sort of like it jiggles in your hand, but then you right yourself and you're able to finish up the identification of that potion. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
75.
Okay. This this orangey potion, this sparkling orangey potion, almost looks like a Fanta.
Nice.
Don't wanna.
Don't you want?
Don't you wanna?
You know this is a potion of inebriation. This potion will,
Amazing.
once you drink it, it will make you feel more drunk than you have ever been in your entire life. You will have, for an hour, the poisoned condition. And, as well, once the 1 hour elapses, you will have a single level of exhaustion. You're going to have a bad hangover after this thing pops off.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
there's
is a
gotta
real
be a
life
use
liquor
for
that is
that shit.
basically what this is.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And
we
that's
could
kind
find a
of
way
a
to slip it
Canadian
into
club.
Lord Pendleton's drink.
Oh no, it's not Canadian Club. It's Everclear.
Well, Canadian Club will do
It's
the
not
same
even
thing, yeah.
Everclear. It's just grain alcohol that somebody made in a bathtub.
It's
Yeah, it's
Jägermeister.
moonshine. It's
Canadian Club
Yeah.
started.
actual moonshine made in a still in the backyard of a man who has fewer teeth than a person is meant to have.
Sarah,
Yes.
you suddenly became very short for some reason. I don't know why that is. All I can see is like
I think
your head. There we go. Much better.
Is that better?
Much better.
She's
So
practicing her
in-
dot, man.
No, we
She
had
was-
to
she was playing
rearrange
the
how
character.
I set up for stream because of my shoulder and getting on and off the couch. And so I'm on a little TV table in front of the couch, and sometimes I bump it when I go to the bathroom and the camera moves. That's
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As long as I'm good now, we're good.
You are good.
Yeah. While this is going on with Liz, Grzdlyln, because before Xarghuul went too close to the coffin, Grzdlyln was kind of entranced by that organ, and so she is kind of looking around these first-class passengers, trying to figure out who the organ might belong to.
Sorry, I'm just. It's
Not the first time she's been
Phantom of the
entranced by an
Opera.
organ.
It's just. I know that Jane and I were on the same wavelength when I looked over at Jane and Jane was smiling. I was like, entranced by the organ.
I mean, here's the thing. If the owner of the organ is a very large and very ugly man, then she might
Probably
be
this
interested
guy.
in more than one organ. But if it's only the organ in the luggage car, then that's the only one that concerns her.
Okay.
As I said, not the first time this character has been entranced with an organ.
Definitely not.
Drank the phallus potion. I think that could be why. But now I'm a dick.
I got a couple
Grizz-
potions
I mean-
to roll for.
We know Grizz likes big ugly men. This is her type. She was once in a relationship with a giant. That's how she got the rune carver feat.
Fair enough.
I thought she just falls in love with the big bad evil guys.
Big ugly men. That's her thing.
Noted
Wants
for
to climb them like tree.
BEG
Well,
level stuff. Okay, so you're looking
Well,
for
I mean, you do remember that the guy she was obsessed with in the Pathfinder campaign was the bad. Turned out to be the bad guy.
That's right.
Like,
That's
yeah.
right. So
That
Grizz,
was boyfriend. That
you're
was
looking
boyfriend.
for some kind of sign of ownership for this
Trying to figure
organ.
out who looks like an organist.
Who looks like an organist? Who has the biggest, coolest looking
This
hands?
guy.
Longest
who's
fingers.
got
That's what
the
you
fingers
want.
that look like they could do that. Yeah, the
Longest
most
fingers,
dexterous
most
fingers.
nimble ankles.
I would say
'Cause
make
organ's a 4-limb instrument.
fair enough.
Could this be an insight?
I wouldn't say insight
The
since it's like
soul of an organist.
physical. Well, the soul of an
Ah,
organist.
damn it.
I'd say either. I'll tell you what. I'll make it easier for you. I will say your choice,
Okay.
either perception or insight check on, at least in your
I
current
am
vicinity.
definitely going with insight.
All right.
He's got to have the right
Nat
hands to
20.
manipulate an organ.
That's the second one you've rolled,
But it
Sarah.
needs to just, if
Yeah.
somebody cares enough to move it with them on a train, they have to really care about it.
Okay.
Sure.
So with a natural 20, I would say
Who would I guess?
that you see an individual. It's relatively easy to spot. You see an individual who's sort of like a poofy jacketed man with a beautiful handlebar mustache and a goatee, and he's almost like sort of in his transparent ghostly state. He's like in a fugue state in a way. No pun intended. He's literally just sort
Playing
of
a fugue.
he's he's like playing the air and sort of closing his eyes and then just like, oh no. It's almost like he's actually playing the air. It's almost he's practicing for something. It's pretty easy to
He's
spot.
whiplashing.
Yeah, he's
Which
super
guy is
whiplashing. It is the guy right next to you. This guy right here.
Oh, it's going here.
Oh,
Excellent. Grizz is going to
Hey,
just
you
like
didn't have to go
watch
far.
watch his hands for a moment and say, I imagine you play beautifully.
Yes. Hello. Excuse me. Quite embarrassing.
Oh no, it is only I was looking for something in my luggage and I saw the organ in the baggage car. And now I see you and clearly it must be yours. For no one else could transport such a beautiful instrument unless
Oh.
they truly cared for it.
Yes. Yeah. It was quite an ordeal getting it on the train, but all worth it. Yes, very, very important piece of machinery to make sure that we get it out of metal. Yes. Yes.
Don't suppose you would play it for me, would you?
Oh well. I would have to. But I don't. It's up in luggage. I don't know if I have the ability to go up in luggage and do that.
It is no. We have access. I was in there looking for something just yesterday. You can absolutely come with us. I would love it if you played.
Make a persuasion check.
Could I? Would I hear this conversation?
I don't think so.
I mean, isn't it just right here?
I am actually right across the aisle from her. I could
Yeah.
use an advantage on this shit because I have a -1 in charisma.
What do you think that you would say, Elizabeth, hearing this conversation?
just lean over the seat and kind of look over at the group and just be like, if you could play it, I could play an instrument with you. I am a magician, a musician as well as an investigator.
He sort of like twirls his ethereal mustache and looks down past you all and looks at Elizabeth. Sees how quite comely looking he seems to sort of like smile in your direction. Smiles.
Yes, unlike me, I know.
I mean, he seems to like maybe
Humans, it's
maybe he seems to like humans rather than goblins. I mean, what are you gonna do? To each their own.
It's fine.
So
Everyone's just a type.
go ahead and make a persuasion check
Garage
with
just reaches up and pats.
With advantage.
Grzdlyln.
All right,
with
guys.
advantage. Yeah,
Like,
go
it's-
for it.
Let's see how this goes, you guys. It's gonna be great.
Oh, not so bad.
all right.
17. Yeah.
Not so bad.
He says, well, guess I suppose I could take a jaunt up to luggage. Yes, why not? Sure. Right now,
Well, is there any other better time?
I don't suppose so.
That's her big ass goblin eyes at me.
If that charming
Terrible flirt.
young woman would be willing to accompany me, yes, of course.
Oh, yes, of course. She is my traveling companion. She is lovely girl. Definitely single. Please come with us.
Oh my! He sort of like starts to stroke his beard in a more phallic way, and he.
He goes up
But-
the beard.
Oh yeah, super up and down, up and down, up and down.
Liz is just gonna cross her arms and shake her head.
Pleasure.
Liz just
Great.
looks at her and gives her a big toothy goblin smile, like, "Come on, bitch! I got us a distraction."
Um.
I'm a widow, right?
He sort of like bows very floridly, and he says, I beg to know the name of my accompanist."
My name is Elizabeth. Ellery Sedgwick.
Elizabeth Ellery, so very beautiful name. One potentially that would inspire the very writers of song. Yes.
Grizz is just giving her the biggest fucking smile from just behind this guy.
Liz is trying to keep it together
I
and not
perhaps
be annoyed by this situation.
he sort of
Yes, my beautiful friend. Let us listen to the organ, and you will play, and it will be amazing. Let us go now. Yes.
he licks his lips. He uses it to sort of like plaster down his eyebrow and his mustache, and he says, perhaps you've heard of me. Yes,
Wait, hold on.
I'm a fantastic composer back in Metro. My name is Vikuvis Vlerud. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Have we ever heard of him?
Oh my god.
Make a history check with disadvantage, girlfriend. Sorry.
Sure thing.
Matt, that was
Can I also just for
best
fun?
off the cuff.
my
Yeah,
name
sure,
is
why
a
not?
interrogation
He's-
ever. I love it.
You're welcome.
I love that
Okay.
I'm a hermit
nothing.
trained in history, so yeah, no clue.
Sigh with an 18. What the hell is happening?
You said disadvantage, right?
Oh, I did
You
say
did say
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I get a 20 otherwise.
Yeah. No, none of you have ever heard of this fucking guy ever.
I like how we both got a 6, and yet
Mine's
you
red.
rolled a
Yours
nat
was
1,
high.
and I rolled a 7.
I want to point out the first nat 20 that we got, Sarah got both the naturals. She got a nat 1.
Yeah.
I did.
and
I got
nat
a 20 and a 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was cleansing the dice table for everyone else. That's-
So kind of you.
Now,
Yeah. That's what that
knowing
feels like.
knowing the organ, can I try to gauge what instrument would work well in tandem with it that I might know how to play?
Flute, probably, or some kind of maybe something that's not a brass or wind instrument. Something that would be sort of more like strings.
Okay, yeah, I got some options.
So
I got a
violin.
pan flute, I got a lyre, a lute, and a viol.
Okay.
Vial. Definitely with organ vial.
Yeah, that was my thought.
He
just 'cause it's...
he sort of sidesteps you,
And
Vaara and
as he-
and Sai. Yep.
As he walks ahead, Grizz will, also still on top of Vaara's shoulders, will lean down to Liz and say, "Do not worry. If the mummy wakes up, he will die, and then he will wake up tomorrow remembering none of this. Just take one for the team, da?"
The mummy will wake up and kill us too. Right.
Not
yes.
if we open the door first. And she just shakes the
Maybe the mummy
Warforged
really
hand.
likes music and that'll calm it. Who knows?
He sort of begins to float down
Yeah.
the hallway, and all these other
I'll follow him.
individuals seem to sort of like look at him with a raised eyebrow. As
Oh yes, there is going to be a concert in the baggage car. Please, everyone, join us.
you announce,
The maestro will regale us.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we should absolutely
Oh,
announce
yeah.
this.
so you announce
That's what I'm
this.
doing, baby.
So you announce this. Okay, and here's what happens. As you announce this, the passengers sort of begin to sort of look around each other, and you then hear through the speakers, boom, 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 boom. Hello, everyone. This is your conductor speaking. And as the voice comes through the speakers, the guy who you've been following this whole time, Vikuviz, I can't say his name right, Vikuviz Velarud, stops in his tracks. He's like, "Oh, perhaps there's something important that's going to happen. Let's do stop." And he sort of strains an ear to the speakers, and through the voice in the speakers, you hear the conductor, sort of very pleasant sounding male voice. And he says, "I just want to let I'm sorry, let me say this again. I just would like to let all of our passengers know that it is extremely important to make sure that any and all activity aboard the Sire 1313, anything at all that would cause potential problems aboard our train, is strictly prohibited. I would greatly appreciate if all of our passengers, especially those within first class, maintain a level of decorum according to the stations that they inhabit. That is all. Boom, 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 boom." And he sort of
This conductor's a
Ra
pain in the
literally-
ass.
Viku Viz sort of turns around and goes,
Ra
I don't know what that's all about, but that's very strange.
Grizz turns
Vaara
around, well,
literally
that could not possibly
becomes-
apply to us. What could be more decorous than a musical concert?
And one that you're so
Ra
renowned
literally
in.
becomes the Arthur meme where DW like reads the sign and then that's like "do not enter," and she's like, "Doesn't apply to me. I can't read." So Vaara just kind of like, "Okay," and like continues moving towards the door to the luggage thing.
Okay.
Those kids would be very offended if they knew how to read.
Clearly, there is something happening in other cars, but it could not be us.
I don't know
As we all know, music is
said
the food of the soul.
Perhaps
Something like that.
he sort of shrugs and says, perhaps it had something to do with that argument. No, never mind. Let's move on, shall we? And he
Wait, what argument do you mean?
to the organ room, shall we say? Yes, and he places his ticket inside the scanner, and you hear beep. The door opens up. He says, "Now, if you wouldn't mind," he strolls out into the mass of sort of screeching and glowering spirits. Oh my, that's interesting. And then the door
As he
across
does
the way.
that, Grizz quickly says to the others, "Do not let him anywhere near that fucking coffin." And then we'll follow everyone else out.
Oh. So hold on. You need an escort here in this. Why don't? Yeah, just stay as far to the left as you can. It's for weight balance on this train.
Yes.
We
She's
had a
correct,
steward in here with us earlier, and yeah, you just want to stay far on this side. They didn't pack the train right. It was weird. I
Who
don't
is
know.
moving me? Stop that.
Sorry,
I'm not.
that's me moving you accidentally.
Damn it, Matt.
Further to the left.
like, what is
Sarah.
it?
I was just gonna
Yeah,
move
no,
you and
she's
see if you were gonna
literally-
freak out a little bit, Sarah. I was just like moving
No,
you
she's
towards the
just,
coffin.
she's just blocking this. She's blocking this guy from going to the opposite side of the train. Is what she's doing. She's like scrambling over luggage, like no, not this way. Look around the edge. There is room on that side.
Okay, so
Please, I cannot wait to hear you play.
he sort of cracks his fingers and moves over to the organ. Now, I don't unfortunately have any organ music queued up, but you can imagine it sounds beautiful. It sounds extremely
If I
mellifluous, shall we say.
and
Great.
Grizz has moved up to the next door and is essentially waiting for him to get super engrossed in his organ playing to open it.
Okay.
I mean, I was going to play with him, as I recall.
Yeah, so make a performance check. Let's see
You
what
did
you
say that.
let's see how you
Very
do.
nice.
Ooh, nice. Elizabeth 24. Yeah, what
Could maybe play from the north side.
what instrument did you choose to accompany him?
The viol. Seems like the most fitting instrument to play with.
Yeah, so the music sort of peels out from the organ, and you accompany him extremely well. I think that the music sort of reverberates through the entirety of the baggage car, and as you sort of reach the apex of your playing, you hear boom, 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 boom. Would all passengers in first class please return to their seats? There seems to be some form of disturbance in first class luggage. This is for the safety of all aboard Sire 1313. Thank you for your
gotta go.
cooperation. And he sort of stops
That-
playing.
that
He's like,
announcement-
"Oh my! I didn't realize I was causing any harm. Oh dear! This may cost me my seat." And he sort of stands up, and he immediately starts like floating backwards towards the door to first class.
As
She
soon
does-
as that announcement finishes, Grizz swipes the hand to open the door.
I'll make sure he gets back safely. And I do want to open up this box, because I really want to know what's in
For
it.
fuck's sake! All right, you do you, bitch. You're on your own.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a bitch, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. You can call her a bitch. I'm just kidding.
Listen, I didn't get to find out last time. You get interrupted by getting
Only-
murdered by a mummy lord. I just really want to know.
Only Maeve is allowed to tell me that I'm allowed to call her.
That's true. Maeve, tell her that you can call her a bitch. It's fine. Call me
Just call her a raccoon.
maybe.
Maybe.
There we go. Thank you.
Right. Call me Maeve. I love it. Thanks, guys.
Call me Ishmael. The box itself,
Me for short.
it looks like some kind of very, very fancy chest of drawers.
Yeah.
It is locked. I think we mentioned that before.
Lockpicks.
Let's give it a shot with the
No,
lock.
I never got the chance to, because Red...
Don't do
I know,
it.
'cause
You're
Red-
gonna get
Mummy
sucked into
Lord.
another dimension.
Red sticks
Oh,
his
that was-
his phallus and things.
Ah,
That's
come on.
Hey, click, kink. Ah, shit. You want to keep trying? This is the next one. The
Okay.
DC will be higher.
I will try one more time.
Try it again. Kink.
But they just don't want me to get into boxes.
What's in the box?
All
Third tries the charm.
prepared enhance ability, but hold on.
Third time?
Pink. You're, yeah.
Oh
This
my
time,
God.
yeah. So I would say this time you have fully fucked the lock. Like fully fucked it. Like it's full of metal at this point in time.
Oh my god, if you care that much, but I will break it open with the hammer, but we must go.
Gotta go.
She's the kind of.
Avoiding the mummy lord.
I think that Maeve is the kind of person that in Baldur's Gate 3, it's like, no, I've got another advantage. I've got another advantage. Use it. Fuck. I've got another advantage. I'm going to use it.
Who has guidance?
I have actually. I will fully admit that. I get no problem.
Maeve's a completionist in
She's-
her own way.
Save.
In the
I
big
have-
Fallout and
I
break
Save
every
scummer.
have opened this door.
Okay.
I have opened this door.
Beep. Okay.
Run quickly, everyone.
I can't. It's still locked for me.
It's not locked.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
So
as
there
you
you go.
step out here, you notice that this particular
what's
train
this?
car,
I was right behind Vaara. How did
Sure.
everyone get in
the
front of me?
train car itself has a ring of a platform, a metallic platform that seems to extend to the left and right of it, and potentially around the entirety of the train car. It seems bigger than the other cars.
The VIPs get to go outside.
The
They get a
Or
balcony.
the evil things can't come in.
the train car itself, the door opens as you open your side and the other door opens. You notice that the train car door is very ornate, and it has a single letter emblazoned on the outside of it, which is the letter. Let me double check on this. It is the letter. Oh, why can't I
Is for
remember?
Cookie
No,
and Sire. It's good enough for
God
me.
damn it, Kitty. You're in my way.
it is the.
I'm hoping it's the letter P, so we can say this episode is brought to you by the word phallus.
It is not lettered. It is the letter D.
Oh, okay, that's just as good.
I mean, you want to say it. Go ahead. Go ahead and say it. That's fine. So,
This episode is brought to you by the word deception.
there you go.
Aw.
And dick jokes.
Thank you, Megan.
I'm not gonna lie, pretty on point. The door opens, and you see that the room is quite fanciful and immaculately clean. That said, it seems to be some form of a bedchamber. You see beautiful plush couches and settees, hardwood tables, and in the middle. Oh wait, did I say that? I'm sorry. This is not the bedchamber. Beg your pardon. This is the living.
No, it's not. This
Yeah.
is the living quarters.
My fault. What was once a luxurious living room is now a disheveled mess. All the fine furniture looks like it was hastily shoved aside to make room for the enormous safe in the center of the room. The only furniture actually being used is a messy-looking desk on the other side of the car, covered in notes. And
I hope you can all hear my cat
for
growling.
1 second.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, like the luggage cars, one side of the car has a large freight door right here.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
in
The
short,
freight door is right there. Okay.
yeah, in short, massive freight door right here. Big old safe right in the center of the goddamn place. Big old.
Is the safe open like it appears to be, or is it closed?
Oh, it is very much
Please
closed.
close the doors on that side.
The door to the safe with a big old wheel, like you see in these big old, like,
Yeah,
in banks.
That's my question. Is the door to the safe open or closed?
It is very closed. There is a desk
Okay.
over here which has notes and papers strewn about it.
Well,
Well, this certainly seems important.
I do want to look through
think
the notes
Vaara-
on the door, on the desk.
And
I think
I
Vaara,
will...
having learned her lesson from every other room practically that they've gone in, she's already got Big Choppy out. It's like poking things as
Yeah.
she goes by.
What kind of
making
things are
sure
you
that
poking?
it's real. What am I
I'm
poking?
detecting
Is that what
magic
you
on
said?
the safe.
She's going the path of least resistance, so it would be this box, and this chair, and she's not going to touch the safe.
Okay. You poke the one of these sort of small chest of drawers, or what seems to be
Mm-hmm.
nothing happens. It seems to be solid wood. Clunk. Poke the other one. Clunk.
Okay.
You poke the chair. Clunk.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of almost falls over, but it's super plush.
Okay. She's then going to hug the wall and, like Kronk, is just gonna like as she like very slowly makes her way.
Are you humming your own theme song?
Not yet, but it's only because Lizzie hasn't written me one yet, and I haven't learned it, and I don't know the
I
chord
will-
progressions, and
I guess
don't
I'll
know
have to compose
what-
one for you.
Yes, please. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yes. Can I look at the notes on this desk to see if there's anything about this safe?
Sure. You look at the notes.
And I am. Sorry, I'm casting Detect Magic also as this happens.
Okay. As a
Like,
ritual
do
or
her
just
first.
spell slot?
Oh, I'm spell slot casting
Okay.
it.
Cool. So
First level.
no worries.
So Vera's got Big Choppy in one hand, and she's got her hand on the barn door, and her other hand on the barn door, ready to throw it open if we need to like karate chop someone out this door
Totally.
again. So she's just like, she's just ready. She's.
Okay. Yeah. So what you?
If I could give her the alert feed, I would, but I can't.
I understand. Okay. So let's go with Elizabeth first. The notes that you find as you investigate the desk. First of all, it does seem, based on your just perusal of these notes, that they are written in a hastily scrabbled hand. They seem to indicate that at one point or another within the city of Metrol, there was a magical object, a very powerful magical object that was hidden inside this safe within the city of Metrol. There was an attempt to crack this safe to get at the object within, but that it failed miserably. And that there is instead now whoever wrote this note, because it is not signed by anyone, that their intention was that instead of cracking the safe was to simply haul the whole goddamn thing onto the train, at which point they may have the possibility of trying to crack it here on the train. That's what the notes say. It is also signed, not so much signed, I should say. It is within the margins of the notes that you see a name being mentioned. You assume that it's a name because you can't find any other reason why it wouldn't be. Was that the name that you see next to the heist seems to mention someone by the name of Cliff Foster.
Can't imagine we've ever heard that name.
No.
Okie dokie.
Matt's like, I'm tired of y'all getting
was gonna
things at
ask, okay?
disadvantage that I didn't want you to.
Your history checks will probably not avail you very much besides Cliff Foster.
I don't know. I think my -1 history checks have been doing amazing so far.
Crazy,
I mean,
right?
honestly, even though I'm trained in history, Grizz wouldn't roll on this because she would have no fucking clue.
Well, you're also not reading the notes anyway, so.
Also that.
Yeah. So,
But I am
is there
detecting magic right now.
That's true.
But let Maeve finish. I'm sorry.
Is there any information about the methods in which they used to try to open the safe? Or is it a fail to?
Let me see if that is available. Yes. Okay, so here's what happened. Whoever wrote this note seems to have dictated what exact methodologies that he or she used to try to get at whatever's inside this vault. Finding that the drills and puncture methodologies would not be able to open the vault, nor any kind of brute force.
I'm out.
Sorry, apologies. That it was a matter of subtlety. That the actual safe, the vault itself, has myriad defenses. One of which was a timed lock, which would activate if the vault was ever moved.
Is that what's resetting us? Sorry. Vaara has no idea. That was just Meg.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I have a question though, Matt, about a certain skill. So I have proficiency in thieves' tools,
Okay.
but I'm not proficient in sleight of hand. Should I be rolling with a +6 instead of 3?
So
Should I
thieves
be adding my
tools,
proficiency bonus?
thieves tools, you'll always roll your dexterity with proficiency. That's the whole point of having proficiency in the tools themselves, right?
Okay.
So it's essentially the same thing.
Is it? Because I don't have proficiency in sleight of hand.
So if you don't have proficiency in sleight of hand, it's actually better that you roll dexterity with proficiency, right? Than if you don't.
Okay.
So what you can do is you should be able to click thieves tools, and
Right.
you can either, if there's a question mark next to it, you can edit it and set that question mark to dexterity, and then because it's under your proficiency, it should roll dex with proficiency.
I don't know how to do that on Roll20.
Let me look at my own sheet really quickly and see if I can tell you.
Bottom left-hand corner, there should be a thieves tools section, right?
Well, I see thieves' tools, and I click on it, and
Okay, tool, proficiency, attribute. So you can set proficiency. So if you click the little gear next to the thing, you can set proficiency to proficient and attribute to either query attribute or a
Just
thing.
dexterity.
So I'm going to take my herbalism kit. I'm going to set it to wisdom. I'm going to say I'm proficient. And then if I click it, it rolls my herbalism kit, which is a d20 plus 6, which is proficiency plus my wisdom mod. So if you do that, where your thieves' tools are, right under your passive perception, if you set that you're proficient and give it for the attribute instead of query, set it to dex, then you should just be able to click the words thieves' tools and it'll give you a dex plus proficiency roll.
oh, thank you. That is super
You're
helpful.
welcome.
Awesome. I mean, I guess I might as well look at the safe while people are doing stuff.
Can I finish detecting magic on it?
Yeah.
before
No.
that?
I'm not going to mess with the safe unless I know I can actually mess
So
with the safe.
here's what I'm going to say. Detect magic does go off. I'd say there's nothing
Mhm.
in this room that is magical except the safe.
And I don't suppose it's chromaturgy magic that's on that safe, is it?
I'd say that the school of magic that you have
Chronomancy. That's
is
what it
actually not
Yeah.
chronomancy, it's abjuration.
Okay. Abjuration. Alright. I need to remember
Can
what the
I
fuck abjuration
do-
magic does.
Protects.
But Grzdlyln will say upon having cast detect magic. Well, there is some pretty heavy abjuration magic on this safe. I will.
Can I do?
I'm gonna try and dispel it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a spell magic on the safe.
Okay.
Mad.
So you cast Dispel Magic on the safe.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll a check for that?
It's any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For any spell of 4th level
Yes,
or
and-
higher, you need to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
The spell DC is 10 plus the spell's
10 plus
level.
the spell level.
So I would
That's why I was
say,
asking, do I need to make a check or did I dispel it?
let me see. It doesn't say, but I'm going to make an estimate based on what's inside that this thing would be cast at a level that is commensurate with your own. So I'm going to say that the DC is 16.
Okay, so it's just straight DC 16 wisdom check.
It is a proficiency check, right? So it is it's going to be, just double check on
The
this.
DC is 10 plus level. I'm pretty sure,
An ability
for
check.
dispel magic.
Yeah.
It's an ability check. It's my spellcasting ability. Yeah.
Yes. So wisdom.
19.
Okay. So you do feel that the dispel magic seems to have gone off. Yes.
All right. Whatever magic was on this safe is now gone. I can't say I know what that means if it changes anything, but the magic has left.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Everybody, stop for just a minute. Before we touch anything on this safe, we're in the VIP section, right? Yeah?
We should be.
Everybody look around for anything that would get us back here. A ticket, a medallion, a something that marks this as VIP. If we can find it in this room, no matter what happens with the safe, we'll come back here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but collecting first-class tickets did not allow us to revive in first class. It was only when we died in first class that we revived there.
Right. And what happens if we open this safe and we explode? Then we'll just end up back in first class again.
No, we are in VIP. We would revive in VIP.
So,
but we don't have VIP tickets. That's what
I
mean.
We did not all have first class tickets when we revived in first class.
Yes, we did at the end of last time we did.
We did. I pickpocketed a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that not all of us
Liz
had
went
found them.
and
okay.
No, Liz went and pickpocketed a bunch.
As you guys are talking, the door opens behind you to the northern train car, and a very finely dressed man with a ruby-headed cane steps through the door.
Who does not look dead.
Hello there.
He doesn't look dead in this token, although as he turns towards you, half of his face is skeletonized.
Okay, fair.
Oh, he's Harvey Dent.
Sure, let's call it that.
Oh no, I'm in love.
Oh, hello.
Rachel!
How
I'm
tall
sorry.
is he?
No, he's, I'd say he's 5'10".
Damn it.
He walks over to you all as the cane sort of click-clocks its way towards you, and he says, good afternoon.
Hello. Says this to know if it's afternoon.
Can I help you? I believe you have the wrong car.
I do not believe we do.
No,
Well, that is very kind of you to think so.
I do believe that you do. This is my private living room.
So Sai holds up the hand inside of her sleeve and says multipass.
Yes, I don't know what that means, but I think that it's. I think that you're.
This is the VIP section of the train. You did not think you were the only important person on this train, did you?
Well, actually, it's not a matter of importance. It's a matter of what car I have that I paid for that's assigned to me. So
we were
paid as well.
We were invited.
A question, if I may. Do you know why you're on this train?
Very much so. Do you know why you're on this train?
We were invited.
I don't
we do.
believe so. If you folks have lost your way, I think that, and he points down to the end of the car, I believe that's the way back to first class. Although, and he sort of looks you up and down, judging by your accoutrement, I'd say that you've certainly come a long way from coach.
How long have you been trying to open this safe?
I've never had a 4-day layover with no bag before.
Have you been trying to open this safe? That's a very good question.
How long have you been trying to open this safe?
I beg your pardon?
This safe, right here. How long have you been trying to get it open?
That's my safe.
Is it really? Where did you get it? Where did it come from?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, terribly sorry. My name is Grzdlyln. I'm looking for a new swamp, but this is not a swamp, so I do not plan on staying. But I am very curious about this safe of yours that you say is yours.
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. He sort of looks extremely nervous. You don't even need to make an insight check. He says, my name is Tychus Ducard. This is my establishment aboard this train. We're all on the way out of Metrol, as you probably already know, correct?
Yes.
Very
but
well.
do you know why we're leaving Metro?
Of course
No
I
one
do.
seems to know every time I ask. Okay, why are we leaving Metro?
Well, you should be aware, of course, as the rest of the train. I don't know why you're leveling these questions at me. I feel a little bit attacked here. I'm sorry.
Humorous. It's been a long journey, and
Make
we
a
have had trouble making
persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
For Grizz or for any of
Well, who asked first?
I would say listed, but I would like to offer the aid action. And
Okay.
help.
So that will be with advantage.
Okie dokie. Persuasion?
Yep.
That's a 26.
Excellent.
26.
He
Nice.
sort of smiles at you broadly and he says, well, we've left Metro because there's nothing left, of course.
So you do know there's something weird about this whole situation, I see.
Metrol is the city that we got on in, right?
No.
No. Okay. What city we get on in?
You don't actually know the name of the city because you never asked anyone.
Oh, I thought we did, but we looked at a train map. I thought we knew where we were.
So you did look at a train map. The name of the city, if I can recall. Hold on, let me look at Corvair.
You did give us the name of the city.
I did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the name of the of the city was. I think it was.
Oh, that's right. The train started at Metrol. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me find it for you. Just give me 1 second.
Train coming from Sire, headed.
We are in Gorvier. We were in Gorvier.
Let me see if that's correct or not.
I took notes this time, Matt, for this kind of stuff.
Well, you're a smarty pants. Good for you.
I took a lot of notes, but I didn't put the city name.
Oh, sorry,
in
no,
there.
Vatheron. It was Vatheron. My bad.
That's more like it. I was going to say Gorvier's not anywhere near that place, so that makes sense. I'd say Vatheron is correct. Yeah. All right, fair enough. So yes, I would say that it's a relatively small city on the western side of the Moorland. So yeah.
Can I make a history roll to see if I know there was the point at which Metrol was destroyed in the past?
I don't understand your question. I'm sorry, Sarah.
He's saying that they left Metrol because there's nothing left.
Yes.
I have a thought now.
So I wanted to make a history check to see if that is a thing that has happened in the past of this world that I may have heard of. Like if Metrol had a destruction and a rebuilding.
You could make a history check. Yeah, sure.
I feel like the DC is going to be too high, but this is just what Grizz is thinking.
Give it a shot.
Is it going to be a disadvantage? Oh, perfect.
No, I'd just say regular.
Okay.
With a
I was going to help with it.
yeah, with a 23, I think that you sort of, from context clues, certainly from this conversation and potentially from maybe information that Elizabeth explained to you after she saw that book, right? The War in Sire.
Yes.
That Metrol was the capital city of Sire. So you will come to sort of put two and two together that if Sire was destroyed by the morning, then Metrol would certainly have been destroyed by it.
Fuck.
But the town that we were in still listed Metrol as being
Yes.
the origin point of this train.
That's correct.
I think this all makes sense now. This is an old train.
Would you... Well, yes.
This is an old train. There is something at a certain time of the day that engulfs this train, and we start over from scratch. I think
the man,
book-
as you say this, the man crosses his arms and says, "That's an interesting theory. What are you saying? I'm sorry."
Can I insight check him on
Please,
this?
by all means.
Does he actually not know?
Insight check. Oh shit! You guys are rolling like
Nice.
champs tonight. Yeah, he's definitely definitely holding something back, and he's doing his best to fake his way out of the situation.
I would like to turn to him.
I look at
Go ahead.
Liz really quick because you're just across the room from me. So Vaara, again, big choppy out, one hand on the door, and she makes that insight check, and she just says, "Lizzie," and that's all she says.
You know, there was something that always bothered me about that situation. The train appeared Olds. We're investigating an explosion that no one remembered. In a city where no one remembered it. One person saw something. And she said something. We are, and somehow, in a loop in the past.
Fascinating.
So originally we were investigating a murder, and then also investigating a disappearance.
Forgive me, my friend, but I think what has actually happened is this loop began in the past and is continuing now.
I have
And it is
no idea.
somehow intersecting the present world. Excuse me, sir. When you say there is nothing left of Metro and this train departed, what year was it?
I don't really, I think that it might be time for you to, he starts to sort of back away from you all towards...
Grizz, at this point, as soon as he starts backing away, Grizz chugs her Storm Giant potion.
Okay. I think that it's time we roll initiative.
Great.
Because I can't imagine
I had
you...
moved up, and then I moved back. Ah, damn it.
So, I think what we're going to do is you guys can all roll initiative, and we'll take our break, because I think it's time for the break to occur. When we come back from break, we'll see what the hell happens with this particular kerfuffle. All right, we are back. Let's go. All right, so it looks like you guys have decided to launch into some kind of offensive actions, potentially. It looks like you're chugging a potion, and as this guy is sort of starting to wheedle away, let's jump into Initiativo.
Just one thing, as I said, I wanted to do something retroactively.
Please, by all means, go ahead and do so, yeah.
Simple. Vigilant Blessing on Grizz,
Okay, works for me.
which means she can re-roll initiative.
You want to re-roll initiative?
Oh, yes,
Oh.
please. I rolled terribly, so yeah. 18.
Hey, better!
Wow. Damn. Now I'm at the bottom of the initiative.
Technically speaking,
I fucking rolled well.
technically
But now we all,
speaking,
we all
Yeah, he
voted for
is.
him.
he is and
He is
has
at the
been,
bottom.
just because my initiative rolls are always shit in every campaign and in every game that I always play or DM for. My initiative rolls are usually sub 2 digits, so it just follows.
I'm
It's
pretty
fine.
sure the Nightmare King was like...
Oh, that's true. He did get.
Yeah, the Nightmare King rolled really fucking high.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
got like a
Yeah,
20
he
something.
did.
Definitely had.
Because that's the
You
reason I
definitely had rolls
died.
that-
Yes, I know.
So-
That was a pretty
Yeah.
badass fight. All right, so Sai, you're up first. What do you want to do?
Sai is going to rabbit hop behind this guy. I
Boing!
think I have
Bouncing off the ceiling and then right behind him. Yeah.
And I've decided to change the flavor. This is going to be the permanent flavor for the sword. I got this from a show called Bye Bye Earth. Because all the swords in that show look like wood
Okay.
until you activate them, and then they become solid metal blades.
Ooh, very cool.
It was just a really cool way of doing
Nice.
it. So her walking stick goes from looking like a wooden sword to a real sword, and then puts it directly to him and says, "You don't have to be decapitated if you don't want to be. Just stay put."
Okay. He smirks at you and says, "If I had a nickel for every time." And he pulls shink out from his cane a very long, thin-bladed sword.
Okay.
He just sighs, looks down at the ground resignedly, and just like, let's just get this over with, please.
All right, 2 great sword attacks then.
Okay. 26? Yeah, and 11 misses, but the 26 hits. So the first one, and he just vomits out an enormous amount of blood as you've hit him right in the gut. And the 11, he dodges barely out of the way.
Well, the choice is yours.
Blood is pouring down his face, and he's just like, let's just, please, just fucking do it. It's fine. I'll just do this again. And again, and again, and he spits on the floor, and again!
Don't kill him. Sorry.
Oh, so you know it resets.
Vaara, it's your turn.
Can I make an insight check for Vaara for a realization that I made
Make an insight
to
check.
see if she makes this?
I'll say make an
Okay.
insight check. Sure, why not? Okay.
14.
Yeah, it seems like he really wants to die.
So does she then think that this resets upon him dying?
It's possible.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe don't.
What are you
He
doing,
knows
Vaara?
We can just knock him unconscious.
Great. Vaara's gonna move to here to flank with Sai, and then she is going to use non-lethal attacks
Okay.
to try to drop him.
Okay.
So attack number 1,
22 hits.
22,
And-
for 16.
You don't even need the second attack. The first one,
Oh,
wham!
great.
Oh, damn.
He gets knocked in the side of the head, his eyes roll up, and he just falls down on the ground unconscious. And that
She's
he knows.
already
is the
doing
end of
the
combat.
second attack, and then she's like, ah! Okay.
All right.
That was depressingly easy.
I-
I feel like I may have wasted the
What-
potion. But
I
she's gonna
think-
come up and start searching his pockets.
I think he has something to do with the resets. So what we should do is tie him to this chair for now, and maybe see if we can open up the safe.
Yes, that is why I am searching his pockets.
Wait.
He knows, and I don't
Maybe
trust
he has
that.
a key.
he's unconscious. He doesn't have anything on him. Besides that
Aside from that sweet
Alright.
sword.
sweet-looking
So,
cane
my-
sword.
My bulked up ass is gonna come over here and just try to wrench this safe open because I drank the goddamn potion and I don't want it to be a waste.
Sure, make a strength athletics check.
It.
Holy shit.
18, or it would have been a 29 with
Nope,
advantage.
an 18. You watch Grzdlyln grasp her little, massive, muscle-bound arms around the side of this safe door and pull with all of her might. You see the veins pop in her neck. You see her eyes strain. It looks like something out of a horror movie, that the amount of musculature and just force, the full force of a storm giant is being poured through this tiny little goblin, and the door doesn't move a fucking inch.
Grizz, the
Yep,
notes
I am
said not to
so
use
mad.
brute force.
Well, I'm
That was
sorry.
a
I drank
really
the
great
stupid
try.
potion and I didn't get to hit him. I don't want it to be a waste. I'll only
Well,
look
I
at
mean,
this for
I
an
would-
hour.
I would offer to let you hit it, but I think we need to not kill him. Yeah. Do you want to sit on him? Do you?
If we
you're
die,
very
I'll
strong.
drink it again tomorrow. It's
Does he have a VIP pass on him,
He,
or a key, or something?
he does not have a VIP pass, and he does not have a key.
Okay.
But, oh, you know what? I'll tell you what he does have. He does have a bottle opener in the side pocket of
For
his
the
coat.
wide. For the wide. Farad takes the bottle opener.
Maybe we can look around for the fancy wine that the alchemist needed.
I bet it's in the fucking safe.
I bet it's not, but I can try to open the safe if there's anything anyone can do to help in that.
Not really. I'm gonna look for what this opens.
try.
So while they're trying to deal with this, I was gonna look on for what the bottle opener might open.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay.
I was about to offer to assist, but never mind.
You don't spot anything nearby, at least, that would open
Okay.
to this bottle opener's use.
While they're trying to deal with the safe, she sees a vanity, she sees a desk. After poking it with Big Choppy, she'll just search those as
Okay.
well. While the magic-y people are trying to do magic-y things. 'Cause
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Third force is out, so she's out.
I love that Xarghuul hasn't left that chair, by the way.
Yeah, Xarghuul's like way
Xarghuul,
down here. He's
can
just chilling. He's like, whatever, it's fine. We're cool. He's just chilling in that
Xarghuul,
chair.
is there anything you can do to help with this? Maybe.
He's smoking a cigar.
He's like, I'm letting them do all the work.
Kind of
Well,
peek around
probably,
this.
you probably have noticed that Xarghuul, ever since changing in color, he's been very quiet.
I'll walk away from the safe and walk up to Xarghuul. Xarghuul, what's wrong?
That potion I took, it's not agreeing with me. Or
You're
should I
white.
say, not agreeing with it.
He turned into a safecracker.
Right. Well, the good news is, it should hopefully go away if we all die again. Or, we don't, and we find a way off the strain.
On that, I did have this idea, but I didn't want to go off on my own again.
Go on.
What happens if we gave Valdak a staff hand?
Can you actually repeat that right? I was coughing. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, what happens if we give Valdak the staff hand?
I
She'd
don't
be
know.
able to join us up here and help us out, wouldn't she? Rather than being
Maybe.
stuck in coach.
It's entirely
And I mean-
possible, but we're going to have to go back to the cook. And they didn't really like us going
Exactly,
through the
which is
first
why I
time.
don't want to go on my own.
We could send someone back to get her.
I
With you.
will go back, but I require one of the staff hands. I just don't know which
I
one to ask. I should
Don't have
ask
one.
Riz or Sai. I think they both have one.
They do, and they're both approachable in their own way. So it's up to you. Might you have anything to help me open the safe?
No.
Very well.
Lucky my cookie is open.
Right. Well, if you'd like to ask them to help you, I will see if I can open the safe and find out what's inside.
Okay.
Grizz is just gonna go and very tightly tie this guy into the fucking chair.
Okay. I'll put him in the chair. Boop-a-doo, boop.
He is now the chair.
He is in the chair. Okay, let's start with Vaara. Vaara, you're sort of searching through the vanity over here. You're searching through the desk over here.
After checking to make sure that the furniture is not going to attack me.
That's fair. Make an investigation check. Let's see if that comes up with anything.
Let's see. This is going to be great.
A 1 and a 0. Yeah, you're cool. Everything's fine.
Nice.
Everything's fine. You're all
She
good.
finds a
Great.
stick of gum.
She goes for
She
it full
finds
force.
air.
She completely trusts everything about herself and the furniture in this moment and is like, it's not going to happen again. This is fine. I've got this.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
That was one of those rolls that was you
13.
found out that it was made of wood.
Okay, with a 13, I think that you find within the notes, although certainly Liz made a cursory examination of the notes the first time that you guys came into this space. With an actual 13 of taking the time to go through it, you find a couple of pieces of paper that may have been hidden at the very bottom. One which is a schedule.
Ooh.
Yeah. It seems to be written out on a piece of paper. Relatively recently, you see that the piece of paper still has sort of smudges of ink on it. Written in the same hand as all the other pieces of paper, but the schedule seems to be very much detailed. Like, for example, 11:15, go to first class, get last bottle of Windshire Rainbow wine.
Okay.
12:30, ask Chopper for Windshire Rainbow wine if you can't find it there. 1 o'clock, visit
Ask
first
who?
class.
Sorry.
Chopper.
Chopper was the robot in the bar
Okay.
in Coach.
Yeah.
1 o'clock, visit first class. Ask somebody about their knowledge of the future and, visit first class and test someone, make them think that you know the future. 2 o'clock, visit the kitchen and make a special food request. 3 p.m., 3 p.m., wander amongst the train and find something fun to do.
Okay. What time is it now?
I would say it's about, I would say, let's see, 9:30.
Look at the
10:30.
clock.
Yeah, you look at the clock. I'm going by real time here. I'd say, well, within a certain amount of leeway here. 10:30, 11:30. I'd say that it is about 2 in the afternoon.
We need to go to the kitchen and make a specific food request. And she holds up the notes like John Cusack in Say Anything. Yeah, exactly.
Grzdlyln will go and scramble up and look at the notes.
Okay.
Tell the kitchen it's for Titus Ducard.
Wait,
I don't know what this
wait. Maybe not doing the things on his schedule will change what happens on the train.
Entirely possible.
Maybe, but do we want for things to change what happens on the train right now, right in this moment? Because we still
No.
Can I send Xarghuul a message while this is happening?
Sure. Right on.
Did he
At
already
least
go?
we know this one is easy
Right.
to squish.
Xarghuul, can you help me with something?
I know, but we also know the wine has to be ready.
Xarghuul, you get a
Okay.
psychic message in your head from Liz.
It
Wait,
depends
are we
what it
past-
is. I suppose I can.
Come back to
Are
the
we-
previous cart with me. Something I need to do.
Okay. So what did you say? The Purious card? Oh,
Previous.
The previous
Previous.
cart. So the luggage.
Stay away from the mummy.
At which point, I'm going to
Get out.
look up at Liz, at Vaara, and say, wait, we are past the time when he has asked for the wine. That means he has it. If it is not on him and not in
Exactly.
this card, it must be in the next one. We shall go look.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes, let's do.
Sai, are you coming, or do you want to stay here with the guy?
I'll stay here.
Thank
with
you,
the
Red.
guy
Do
and
that.
knock him out again.
Okay. Are you sure? Do you feel okay? Do you feel safe?
I'm a rabbit, so no, I don't feel safe ever. But yeah, I'm good.
Well, this is happening before they come back. Is there something I could do with Xarghuul?
You guys walk through the car to the south and go into the luggage area. Yeah.
Yeah. Xarghuul, I need a favor.
like what?
Well, you know what I am. And
Oh, shit.
you can help me to make me a little bit more successful in something I want to do. If you allow me to.
Hmm. Okay. I'm just debating whether if God would allow this,
Hmm.
because his god is Shah. So maybe.
Shard digs kinky shit. Come on.
Yeah, sure. He's getting sick. Great. So, perfect. I'm just gonna pick Xarghuul up and put him up here, and then I'm gonna bite him.
Now, you are a Dhampir, which means that you're not an actual vampire.
I
Thank
am.
God.
You are correct.
Yeah.
But I have a bite attack.
No,
that
I
gives me-
know. I know. But
does
there
Megan have a scarf on?
I'm sorry.
I do. No,
Thank
I'm
God, that's
fine.
fine.
I'm fine on this one. Maeve and I have talked about it, but there
Atta
was
girl.
biting mentioned, so I'm gonna
Yep.
scarf up. Just
Is it biting or is
protect yourselves,
is it-
everyone.
Is it the biting or is it the? I don't think it's the blood thing, right? It's the biting.
It's
So-
the biting and the life drain.
Got it. Got
like
it.
through like the intimateness
Right.
of
Right.
the neck.
Got it.
It's a whole thing.
I get you. No worries. I'm gonna try to refrain from going into too much detail. Dhampirs.
Thank you.
There are different types of Dhampirs because, as evidenced by Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, Dhampirs can drain their victims in lots of different ways.
That's correct.
The obvious one is blood. There are others, which, depending on how you've picked your Dhampir character, could be any number of ways of you, shall we say, using your potential victim for your particular needs. Is it the standard, right? Is it blood or is it something else?
So I
It's
actually
psychic
picked
energy.
dreams. I actually picked dreams for mine.
Excellent. Dreams.
I thought it was the most interesting one. So
I love it. I love it. And so it doesn't have to
I'd
even
pick 'em-
be like fangs, right? It could be like when you say bite, it could be just like a touch, right? It has to be some
Yeah.
kind of a touch thing where you drain whatever kind of essence from your victim. And in this case, because you chose dreams, it doesn't necessarily have to be that Elizabeth grabs Xarghuul and, punctures his throat or whatever it is. It could be simple as putting your hand on his shoulder and then pulling like however you want to do it is your choice, right?
Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna like put him up on the thing, and I'm gonna like lean in and just kind of like whisper very quietly to him in a way that makes him feel very tired.
Mm-hmm.
And then like as he just starts to like kind of like close his eyes a little bit, I'm gonna just take a little bit just to kind of give myself a boost.
Okay. So what mechanical effect of pulling Xarghoul's dream, whatever that may be, we'll find out in a second. What does that give you?
So when I use this feature, I can roll a d4, and I get that bonus to my next attack or ability score that I do.
Cool.
So the next roll, essentially, I get a bonus.
Great. So go ahead and roll the d4. Let's see what mechanical benefit you get from it. 2.
Okay.
So you get a 2
plus
bonus
2.
to either an ability check or an attack, whatever roll you make next. And then, Red, I'd like you to tell us what dream Elizabeth pulls from Xarghuul.
This ought to be interesting.
Well, going back to what he mentioned, one of Xarghuul's dreams is to become one with the shadows. He does have the background feat of being shadow touched, so he can meld into shadows as much as possible. And being turned from a kind of dark blue kobold into a pure white kobold, that's completely
Shadow's gonna be
counter to
pissed
what he
at you?
wants.
Oh no.
And I think that's what Elizabeth pulls out. So now Elizabeth knows why he's a bit more quiet than usual. It's like, all this time I've trained to become better at blending into shadows, and now I'm sticking out like a sore thumb.
Cool.
I'm gonna absorb that for a second and kind of like close my eyes and just sort of like cherish it almost. And just like you'll see like my facial expressions as I kind of absorb your dream essentially. And it goes from a sort of like just general stoic expression to something with a little bit more of a frown. And she'd sigh and look at you and say, I can help with that. Well, I can't change you from white to your normal color, but I have this, and I'll take out my my disguise kit.
Okay.
And yeah, I will make him dark blue again.
Sure. You just rub sort of some dark blue grease paint all over his face and maybe his hands or something like that. Let's give me either a performance or deception check. I don't care which. And let's see how good of a job you've done on this poor kobold.
25 or 20. I literally can't roll below a 20, so
Super. Yeah. I'd
I
say
was like, why is that red?
yeah, because
I rolled in that one.
So, but because
Yeah, I get
of
it now.
reliable talent.
Because
Reliable
of Silver
talent.
Tongue, I can't roll lower than a
Oh, because
10,
of
so
silver
it's always a
tongue,
20.
can't roll below it.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
a plus 10.
I would say this
Plus 19 to deception?
No,
plus-
I
No,
have a
she-
plus 10
she-
deception.
Yeah, and
But you can't roll
plus
below
10,
a 10.
you can't roll a
But-
10, so 10 plus 10 is 20, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got it.
So
Got it.
yeah, I would say
Thank
Silver
you.
Tongue is a little bit not necessarily applicable here, but it's fine. I don't give a shit. So yeah, I'd say like you taking into effect, you understand now this creature's motivations and what you've gained from it. I think that it shows a level of empathy that you probably haven't shown before, at least not to Xarghuul, to give him that ability to, at the very least, physically blend in with the darkness around him a little bit better. Okay. Anything else you
Liz
need
would
to
kinda-
do here, Elizabeth?
Well, before she goes, I think Liz would kind of smile and sort of nod and sigh, and I know what it's like to be changed without your approval.
Well, I mean, it's,
Who are you, Moynot?
I mean, you are more pale than the regular humans that come across, but well, so I think you probably know a lot more about
It
that.
didn't used to be.
That's what I mean. But let's get back to the rest of the party.
Right. And I feel like this is the time when everyone just kind of comes in here and sees us.
Well, they've been.
Oh, no, we're heading
Liz
out
and I-
anyway.
We're
Vaara
Yeah.
and I
We're
are off
going-
on an adventure of our own.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, but
Yeah,
no, but you'd have to
Vaara-
come by us, though.
No,
No, we
No,
don't.
they're
We're
going
going
north.
north.
don't
We're going
believe so.
north.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're-
you're going north.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were going
Yeah.
south.
So
Yeah, we're going north.
I think that while that little particular scene happens, this other
Meanwhile-
scene, yeah, at the Hall of Justice, the
Vaara turns to
yeah.
Sai really quickly and says, if you see a bottle of wine, don't drink it. And then she goes north with.
And
Fair
Grizz
enough.
will
With-
bop in
Just
front of
kind of
her
level
and
go.
wave. Sorry.
Her ears just kind of go a little flat, and she just blankly looks at you like,
fair enough.
Vaara gives her a
And Grizz
weird
just-
salute that she doesn't know where it comes from, but it's from the depth of her soul. So
And
it's
Grizz
like,
shrugs her shoulders and swipes the hand to open the door.
You do, in
Okay.
fact, open the door. Boop. And the
and
other one
then
on the other
charges
side.
across at top speed.
Yeah, there's like screeching, demonic, ghost-like
I can't get
figures
the
that sort of
door open.
full.
There we go.
They fill in on either side. But you run through the corridor. The door is shut behind you.
okay.
The room that you see
Okay.
inside is much more akin to the description that I gave before, which is that of a living, a bedroom. I beg your pardon, not a living room. And this bed chamber is, as I said before, very, very clean. And it seems to be a bed chamber simply for one individual. There is a 4-poster bed in the far corner, or I should say on the other side of this train car. There's a lounge sofa on the far side, and even an ornate piano.
Vaara's gonna do the pokey thing with everything that she passes.
Poke, poke.
And then Grizz will follow behind looking for a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Do we think it's at the piano? Vaara lifts the baby Grad
It's
lid.
probably in the piano, but if it is, it's some kind of puzzle where we have to play the right note. So let's check the obvious places first.
Oh, do you think? Okay.
Before we get into the puzzle, yes.
Okay. All right. Can I make a perception check? An investigation check? What kind of check would you like?
You want to just check to make sure they're not mimics? Is that what I'm hearing?
Obvious hiding places, enemies. That's what she's looking for.
Got it.
Okay, I thought you were checking for mimics. Okay, well then I'm also just.
I mean,
searching
that's
and
what the poking is for sure.
Yeah.
But she's also trying to keep an eye out for where would someone hide things in this room.
And I am also looking for a hidden bottle.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you make perception checks.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
An 11 and a 19. Okay.
Okay, that's better.
I would say that although Vaara unfortunately is sort of staring at the bookcase and it's just like, books, that Grizz looks around the room. She's sort of like, she has the ability to almost immediately just scan a space, and with her sort of innate goblin chaos, able to pick up on hidden things, right? So you find...
Where are the pretties?
Yeah. You find that although this room is extremely well accoutered, you don't see anything until you stare at the bed. And there is, on one side of the bed, a beautiful green leather-bound book, and poking out from underneath the bed is a wine bottle.
Uh-huh.
Grzdlyln is going to say, do I want to waste time doing this as a ritual, or do I just want to do it? You know what? Fuck it. Detect magic.
Boing! I will say that there is nothing in this room that glows with magic other than the book.
It's like, that book, there is magic. What kind of magic is on the book?
So, I'm gonna try to figure out how best to word this kind of magic. I will say, I'm gonna say abjuration.
There is abjuration magic on that book. Be careful. And then I'll walk over and grab the bottle of wine from under the bed.
Seeing that she's got the bottle of wine, toss her.
You grab the bottle of wine, and it does in fact say, rainbow wine. Let me double check, make sure I have the right name of it. It is
something involving wind.
Yeah, I think it's like Windshire rainbow wine, if I'm right.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
It is Windshire Rainbow Wine. Yes, you are correct.
Holy, my memory is not fully gone yet. Hooray! Yes, Windshire rainbow wine.
Give it 30 years.
Let's try. Thanks.
Grizz, before we crack open that bottle of wine,
well, we're not cracking it open. We're bringing it to the mage when she wakes up again. Yeah, sorry, continue.
Well, we don't know if we can keep it. That's the other thing. But do you have anything? Because the book you said was magical. I assume you've told me this.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I have. I said it out loud.
Okay, great. And its shield, is it trapped? Do you have anything that could tell us if book is trapped, because if the book is magical, then it might help us. If you can't tell, I'll just try to take it.
Can I make a survival check to see if there's an obvious trap on the book?
I would say investigation, not survival.
Investigation?
Mhm.
Okay.
We do.
8.
Can I give her? Never mind.
It if there is a trap, it is the magic, but it also this is the man that we think might be responsible for the time shifting, so it might be the magic that controls that. I could dispel it, but I don't know if we need it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I should just grab it and hope for the best.
I think yes.
Okay, Vaara's gonna grab it and hope for the best.
Okay, you pick up the book.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happens.
Great. What does the book say?
There's no name on it. There's no title on the back of the book on the spine.
She'll flip it open.
Okay. You open the book. It's written in the same hand as the notes in the desk in the previous car. And
Same guy that does the schedule.
it does seem that this is some kind of a journal. That
Okay.
this book, this journal, is written by... I'm going to double check here. Yeah. It's written in a fashion that seems to indicate hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of journal entries. Much more than what you would expect from a standard journal that would probably be about, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred journal entries. This thing has like 700 or 800 journal entries. They're all numerated.
This journal belongs to Bilberry.
Every single journal entry seems to indicate the same date. But it's like 1. And in fact, I think I actually have the date here. This is the date, time. Actually, the PDF actually tells me the time and date of this particular day.
Good job, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, it is the 12th day of Zorantir. But it's 12th day of Zorantir 1, 12th day of Zorantir 2, etc., etc., etc. Ad infinitum. You flip to the back of the journal, there are still some empty pages, but it's getting close to the end, and you see like 12th day of Zorantir, 847.
She's gonna flip all the way to the back. What is?
I'm sorry, Megan?
She's gonna flip all the way to the back of the book. What is the end date?
It's still the same. It's the same date. 12th day of
What is the
Zorantir.
end number? I think she wants to know.
847.
Yes. 847 is the end. That is the day we're on.
Seems to be.
Are you saying this out loud to me as you flip through it and read it?
Yeah, I will.
What do
Because-
the entries say? Does it seem like he is trying to fix it or prolong it?
When you start to read through some of these journal entries, you note that many of the ones, at least from the beginning, seem to be
Like over her shoulder.
yeah, both of you, as you read these journal entries, they're all obviously from the first person, but you do note that whoever's writing these entries, you see the first few entries sort of shocked at his current predicament, that he's trapped on board this train, that he has lost half of his face, and that every time he tries to get somehow into this safe, the day resets, and he seems extremely frustrated that he can't get into this safe. That whatever's inside this safe, at least in the first 10 or 12 journal entries, which is not nominated, he can't get in it. Every single time the day resets before he can actually get inside the safe. As the journal entries progress, he seems to indicate that this is some kind of punishment, perhaps? that whatever is causing him to go in loops are the gods angry at him? Are the horrible spirits outside of this train, this never-ending train, punishing him for his malfeasance? What has he done to deserve this? Perhaps 100 or so entries on, he has learned to cope. He has learned to know exactly that the same day repeats over and over again in its entirety. And so he's able, with unerring discretion, to know exactly what everybody is doing. He knows the names of all of the different passengers. He knows exactly what all of the different passengers are talking about, their histories, what they will do on almost on a second-by-second basis. But every single entry ends with, can't get into the safe. We'll try again tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be different. One of the earlier entries mentions someone who he simply calls the conductor. He says, conductor tried to stop me this time. Got a plan for him.
What was the entry that he said the conductor actually interfered? What was he trying to do?
It doesn't indicate that.
Do any of the entries indicate the gnomish woman or her need for this wine?
Yes.
Or why he's trying to get the wine?
Yes, he does mention the name of this gnomish magician who he calls sort of a peddler of experimental
Elixirs.
Perfectly. Chasma Ranadal. He says that in one of his earlier entries, he notes that approximately sometime in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, Chasma experimented with a vial of volatile materials and blows up the entirety of the train. He positions one of the. It seems like he's able to position these Warforged. He says that he's able to now control the Warforged after dealing with the conductor. He's also found a way to magically project his voice, and he now calls himself the conductor.
Mm-hmm.
A later journal
Okay, so
entry
he's
then
done that.
says, almost strangely, one of the journal entries says, Tychus would be proud. Too bad he's dead back in Metrol too.
That was the name
So
he
he's a
gave us.
con.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a con.
But so he mentioned the gnomish woman blowing up the train. It didn't mention this bottle of wine being involved in it.
He didn't mention that, although he does mention this wine has become his favorite.
Okay.
And he's
She said it was the catalyst.
a couple of different journal entries. You do note that he's gotten massively drunk many, many times, dozens of times on this bottle of wine. And he considers it one of the few joys of his existence on this train.
It may be that the wine was the catalyst for the thing that blew up the train, but hey, we give it where it blows up the train, we try again. It's worth knowing, yes?
Do we think that? Okay, wait, because hold. Sorry. I've got a million different characters in my head right now. That was the wrong voice. So, okay.
There you go.
So you were the one that actually looked at the residue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I think Liz
That
said,
magic is everywhere on this train.
right, and you said it's super dangerous, right?
Oh yes, it is the most horrible thing I have ever encountered in my life.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you could feel that at every moment. That's really terrible.
Only if I'm detecting magic. It's fine, thank you. Continue.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So if you said it's the most powerful substance, and then Liz said that, and this is only if I'm understanding the meaning of catalyst right, which I think
Yes.
it means that when you have cattle, if it is something that like
No, 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 no.
causes
The catalyst is the thing that makes the thing happen. So there is mousetrap, yes, and you have the trap. It is open, and the cheese it is waiting. But the mousetrap is not going to
Oh.
catch the mouse on its own. When the mouse take the cheese, that action is catalyst for trap doing its job. Yes, so the catalyst is the thing that makes the thing happen.
Oh,
Does this make
okay.
sense?
So
Yes.
yeah,
Nothing
that
to do
that
with
makes a lot
actual
of sense.
kettle.
That makes a lot of sense, and nothing about what I was
Is not cattle.
is
No.
is relevant. However,
But you are saying you said something, yes?
if now that I know what it means, if we add the wine to the substance, what do
Well,
we think would happen?
the substance, unless I am not thinking of the same thing you are thinking of, the substance, the residue, the magic is just the magical residue that you can see with detect magic. I do not know that it is physical thing you could add catalyst to.
Oh, I thought there was dust and stuff. Okay, then
Oh,
maybe I'm wrong.
there was dust in the train station. That was the remnants of everything that was exploded, and it glowed with the magics because it was. Yes, no, no, I understand. Good idea. I appreciate, but
Okay.
also there is no way Gnomish woman would have known of this magic dust in a station on which she never got off the train. It's weird words.
I see
we
Matt's
have the
face
wine.
right now. What does Matt's face say?
Oh, Matt's face is saying we're waiting for a button, and also the thing. Yeah, I was just like, where's this conversation going? And then
I was literally about to give it to you and be
Everywhere.
like, yes, I think we are at a loss and we should go back to the others with the book and the wine. Yes, let's.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Let's
Yes.
go.
There's your button. That's
Thank-
where I was going.
You guys are the best at buttons. Also, thank you, Stargana, for the awesome raiders. Thank you so much for the awesome raid.
Raiders.
Okay.
Yay!
I'd say that those two scenes took approximately the same amount of time, but Sai didn't give you anything to do besides just staring at this schmuck tied up in a chair. Like, what do you want to do?
And don't drink wine. That's
Well-
another action.
See, the thing about schmucks is that they all have one thing in common.
Yeah.
They end up getting schmacked.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So is that your
Don't
intention?
kill him.
Your intention is to schmack the schmuck? Schmack the schmuck. Wow.
Sai is gonna sit there and just chug
With-
random potions till we get back.
No, Sai's been staring at this guy and just been kind of wondering, like, what's his deal? And then picks up the cane sword and
Oh
looks at that.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my God.
It's a very pretty cane sword. It's got a ruby inset in the head of it.
Oh no.
It's a beautiful, beautiful object. The
That's
sword.
the ruby of a war mage. Sorry.
It's a thank you, sir. The sword
I have
itself.
one on my staff.
I love it. The sword itself is extremely thin. It acts as a rapier. But yeah, it's extremely what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, my brain is not functioning. It's extremely valuable.
Matt,
Yes.
what's it on the Van Richten scale?
On the Van Richten scale,
Yeah.
it's probably like a 6.
He has a sword cane too.
Yeah, it's probably like a
Yeah.
6.
It's whatever he did to Jenny.
Yeah. And if you have no idea what the
Oh,
fuck we're
I
talking
don't
about, then
think
go and
you
watch go and watch the 52 episodes of our awesome series, and then
Go
you'll
watch the
understand.
Fafos.
Yeah, go watch the Fafos.
Yeah. We'll get back there eventually.
Oh, yes, you will.
You've been watching the B Team? Go watch the
Getting
A Team.
close.
This is only the 5th episode, technically, of this really wonderful, very stretched out adventure. But that's the way we roll here on Slices. So
Does that include Tasha's kiss?
no, Tasha's had 3. Or actually, yeah,
Tasha said
3 and a
Four.
half. 3.5. I'll
said
call 3.5.
4.
3.5. And then you guys, this is number 5. So you guys have been doing the A team, giving them a long ass vacation, right? They're 8 weeks
We
of
like
vacation.
to chew scenery here. At
Yeah,
Quest.
no, it's called character development.
It's been longer than 8 weeks, man.
Do you remember?
We've had several sessions
eight
where it's just one a month.
individual sessions. Yeah, 8 individual sessions. So
Do
you
you
could.
remember how long we were the spirit guardians?
It's true.
I mean, this is normal.
Forever.
I do.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
All right, so Sai, besides staring at this cane uncomfortably, is there anything you want to do here? Or you're rejoined by
Oh, no,
Elizabeth
she's
and
not staring
Varga?
at it. Like she's picked it up and is looking at it.
Yeah.
And, you know.
She's sword fighting ghosts.
Hey, look. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow. I'm sorry. By which I mean instead of shadow boxing, shadow fencing.
I'm not making that joke.
Mm.
No, she's looking at it and she like puts it on her hip.
Okay.
And is like strutting around with it. And then just decides to like take it off of her hip and walk. But she does this kind of thing where she like throws one leg out to the side, kind of throws the cane way out and then pops it back onto the ground, and then takes a really wide step with her left leg over towards the cane, and then just does that kind of in a circle around the guy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's still drooling, completely unconscious.
Comes back.
He has
Stuck in the middle with you, plays in the background.
Oh God, don't do it.
In the middle
Don't-
with you.
Don't do it. There's an open can of
I would actually
gasoline.
imagine like,
Yeah.
I would imagine like, if this were the modern day in this world, like gin and juice would be playing in the background.
Oh my God, that's okay. Yeah. Just FYI, by the way, the amazing author of this wonderful module has joined us as per usual in chat. So we want to give a shout out to
Hi,
him.
Greg.
And one of the funnier comments that I'm trying to hold back my laughter, which is from him saying, I might have to rewrite the advertised length of this module after this series wraps up.
It's
Um,
like, okay, so if Slices plays your module, then when you publish it,
Yeah.
you give the average
Double it.
playtime, and then you give the Slices and Dices playtime.
The slices and dices scale.
Which is usually about 10 times the length of the advertised length. It's just because...
Guys,
Well,
it really
I-
just depends on how much your party likes to play. If
That's
you have a
true.
down to business tactical team, then
Yep.
they're going to go through it in the time that you think. However, if you have
Okay.
people who are involved in character and making those characters tell stories,
Making
hey, it's going to be
Lots of
long.
jokes.
Well, I mean, talk
I
about the
have-
Meta
And lots
Knights
of
developer
jokes.
as well.
And if by telling stories you mean sowing chaos, that's also cool.
Yep. If you have a
My
DM
statement
who's like
stands.
all about like getting shit done and not just watching things devolve into bullshit, then this might take about a
And
day.
breakfast.
This might take one sesh.
Matt, you love our
Yeah, how
episode.
long
You
is the
love
session?
it.
I wouldn't allow for it if I didn't love it. I mean, that's part of the allure.
The
Yeah.
question is like,
I
how
look
long do
forward
we
to
define a
this.
session for?
Yeah.
Because like,
When it's
That-
over,
that's
please
my
tell us what the published length is, because
I think it's like I think it's
2 sessions.
4 to 5 hours or 4 to 6 hours. Am I wrong, Greg? Grog, sorry.
4 to 6 hours. That is bullshit. No
I mean,
way.
you can get stuck in
You
this
said
for
4
a
hours
while.
fighting a single boss.
In 4 to 6 hours, how many times do you plan for character death?
I mean,
I
I
would
say
like
this
to
way.
know the answer to that.
You can
question.
go like looping and like multiple times.
Yeah, yeah.
But the whole concept is, and as I explained to you before, that once you go through a specific encounter, you hand wave the next time you hit it, right? So, like for example,
Sure.
the mummy, we know that that's not going to happen again. Guillermo, let's hope that doesn't
The
happen
psycho
again.
fucking thing. Hmm.
All the other things like the mimics hand wave, right? You guys know not to touch the fucking luggage, right? So that kind of stuff is it shortens the time of the adventure
Yeah.
over time. But yeah, 6 to 9 hours. So that's 2 sessions.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
How long does it take to get to the center of this Tootsie Pop? I would say
One,
2, 3, 4, 5,
I mean,
6, 7. Yeah. Lots of Tootsie Pop licking.
So
Okay.
Matt is saying we have 2 more sessions left.
I would say, depending on how we get through this. All right, let's keep going. What do you guys want to do here? It looks like Elizabeth and Xarghuul have been rejoining you now, Sai.
And we were on our way back. We were letting Sai do their bunny dance with the cane sword.
So, like, Sai basically is pimp walking around this guy, like humming some song.
I like that. Like Grizz walks in, just sees that, stops for a second, then just goes, "We found the wine and a journal."
She stops, her ears go flat, and she drops the cane and goes, "Yeah, good, yep."
Sai, were you having fun?
You should keep it. It suits you.
I don't know what that is.
Right.
I've never
Yeah.
asked this before, but like, how fey are you? Are you like all the way fey?
Whoa. That's a little personal.
Sorry, who are you asking?
You?
It was just the way it came
Oh.
out. It was hilarious.
How fey. All right.
How fey are you? Are you like all the way fey or just a little fey?
Semi-fey.
Demi fey.
I mean, get me
is the
drunk enough
correct
and you'll
word.
find out.
Ooh,
What?
Hey, whoa, hey.
Get me drunk enough
Okay.
and you'll find out.
I have
Wait,
also been
what?
able to drunk.
Wait, oh fuck, we're not supposed to open this one. But maybe we are. I've got the bottle
But
opener. I don't know.
Speaking of drunk, we do not open that bottle. So we have found a wine. It is possible that if we give it to the gnome lady, it makes her blow up the entire train.
Dead
Or-
though.
Not. Yes. Well, we're all going to be alive again soon. And also, there is the journal. So this guy has been at this for like 860 something days because he wants his fucking
Also-
box open.
He's posing as the conductor. There is no the conductor. He's the conductor. Wait,
yes.
should we
He
continue
killed
on
him.
to the
Wait,
engine?
so a thought then, friends. Why don't we
Yes.
just tell him we want to escape the train too? But he can help us.
He doesn't
I don't
want
think
to
he
escape.
wants to escape.
open his fucking box. I think he is perpetuating the shit show because he wants the
Well,
time to get the fucking box open.
Right, well then
yes,
I can
and
try
I
to
think
could try to
opening
open
the
this.
box. I think, Lizzie, listen to me for just a second. I think opening the box maybe is what resets the trade. I don't know if that's right or not, but like every time she like brings the journal to you. She knows after one day of seeing you like lay out like just pages and pages and pages of notes. She knows how important actual information is to you. And so she brings you the journal. And she says, "Look, there's 847 attempts to open this safe, and every time he fails." And I'm not saying that you would fail. I'm just saying that whatever he does to trigger it resets us. And there's only one point that I could see. And she points to the part where the conductor actually tried to step in to stop him.
Okay.
And she's like, there's no...
Noting as your finger goes back to that section, you're able to now really read fully rather than just sort of skimming that particular journal entry. You note that the conductor, he nominates the conductor actually with an actual name. And he calls him Wilbin.
Oh, Ben.
Wilbin. And as your eyes pass over his last name, they sort of open up a little bit wider because you recognize it. Wilbin Dorian. As in the Dorian,
Dorian
Express. He says that Wilbin Dorian seems to have been completely unaffected by these loops. And that Wilbin Dorian, the conductor, seems to know who he really is. Wilbin Dorian attempts to stop him. In this journal entry, you note that whoever this person is really is able to recount that he stops Wilbin Dorian from trying to have him take over the train. That he and Wilbin Dorian get into quite a scuffle, and during this fight, Wilbin stabs the author of this journal in the leg. When his next loop occurs, however, he is shocked to find that the wound from this stab persisted from the loop prior and continues to this very day. Which would make sense, considering that he needs a cane.
Yeah.
It also means that Dorian has a weapon that does time loop persistent damage.
Vaara, since you're reading this journal, I would like you to make a roll for me to see how much more you glean from just a couple of sort of putting the pieces together within this journal. Make an investigation check.
Excellent.
Can I help her since
Yeah.
I read it over her shoulder?
I wouldn't mind you doing it.
Person.
Grzdlyln, you sort of hop on her shoulder, and the two of you sort of like parse through this journal. So go ahead and give it with me with a advantage.
Well, we'll see what my -1 investigation does.
You never know.
Hey, 15!
Okay. A 15 garners you one more piece of information.
Cool.
That the author of this journal, if you want to call him Tychus Ducard, if you want to call him whoever, the con man, you're not quite sure who he really is. But he is, as he explains in his journal, very much afraid of only one person on this entire train. And that is Wilbin Dorian. And that in the journal entries following that admission, he says that through the use of a powerful magic that he seems to have learned in the hundreds of attempts of trying to open this safe, that he has garnered a new friend that he seems to have summoned to his assistance. Calls this friend Guillermo.
Fuck.
And that
Oh, he did meet
Guillermo
her.
has given him a great amount of information about, well, not only about the train, but about the lands around it. And that he is stuck in something called a demi-plane of dread. Of his own making, of course. It is some kind of horrible punishment from the forces that seem to be the employers of Guillermo, shall we call them. And that although Guillermo has been provided to assist him, that Guillermo can also teach him a variety of interesting and powerful things that he can use to defend himself. One of which is the ability to conjure forth something called a slithering tracker, a horrible, gelatinous ooze-like creature, which can be used in many cases to assassinate those that go against him over and over and over again. With glee, he recounts how he has used, over time, this slithering tracker upon the inception of every time that he wakes up. And he uses it on one person and only one person. And that is Wilbin Dorian.
We gotta get to the engine room!
As you scream,
At the
we gotta
next-
get to the engine room, you look down, and Wilbin Dorian, and it's like ... in the caboose.
Of course he is. So if we had just let Xarghuul get there in the first session, this would be over?
I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, but, I mean... Maybe.
Hilarious. I love.
That was a
think
lot
we need
of
to wake him up.
exposition.
That's how
so
you
I
do this in 4 hours. You
I-
just go all the way.
you just go straight to the back and like, what the fuck?
It was one car behind where we started, y'all, but we were
It
gonna have
was
to fight our
2
way
carts
there.
behind where we started.
I love the
super
fact
excited.
that you guys went to the luggage section, got fucking gang pressed by a shit ton of mimics, and are like, well, we're never going there again. Fuck.
Exactly.
What
Yeah,
if
but
the
at
mimics
least
are
it's
being
fun,
told
yeah.
personally?
When you're like,
up-
oh, well, we hand wave the big fights. And I'm like, but the funny thing is, we've never gone back to a place where there was a big fight. So we didn't even technically know that.
I just love that. I love that. And you're like, well, let's go in a totally different direction. I'm like, well,
No, it's great design.
I guess
It's
that-
great design.
I guess this will be
I
7
love
sessions long.
I mean, when you're
Hey,
the first person
way
that
we
gets
get to pick up the
completely
Dragonborn on
devoured
the
in
way
the
back.
first round.
That's totally
Yeah.
fair. Sigh, I felt for you. I'm sorry, Jane.
So, should we wake him up then? Because if he remembers everything, we can just tell him not to kill Dorian. We can find a
I
way
don't
to
think
get
that's
off
going
the
to work.
train.
Good.
Have you read the journal? He is clearly psychopathic and wants to get into safe. I think what actually needs to happen is we find Dorian, stop the fucking train, kick this man and his safe off, and let an army fucking deal with him, because I for one am done.
I'm just wondering, what if Dorian is already dead in this time loop?
Then we
We get
wait
here
for
pretty
tomorrow.
quickly.
On
We
And
can get here
that,
also,
pretty quickly.
this guy is still here, so I think Dorian is most likely still alive. The
There's
schedule
only one way
said
to know
nothing
for
about
sure.
caboose, did it?
Did it? I go back and I look at the schedule.
You don't see anything in the schedule about a caboose.
I don't see anything in the schedule about a caboose.
Unless
Which-
it's to find
Okay, but-
something fun to do.
Hold on, didn't the journal also state that he was unaffected, that Wilbur
Dorian was
Dorian was unaffected by the loops?
Is
Yes,
that
but he
what?
seems to come back every time if he's assassinated every day.
But I think that means he has not or ever been assassinated. He has only been trapped.
It says that Wilbin seems to know who really. I don't remember if he said something about him not being affected by loops. He might be like us.
Oh,
'Cause
so actually,
we-
Hmm.
a point on that phrase, who he really is. Does he mean Dorian knows who he is, or that he knows who he is? And I'm going to point at the guy tied to the
Oh,
chair.
that's a good question.
Oh no, I
don't-
think it is. I think it is the gentleman in the chair saying that Dorian knows who he really is.
As you say this, you hear the man in the chair begin to groggily sort of moan. It's been an hour.
Okay, which
It's been an hour exactly since you knocked him out.
first of all he's tied up. Second of
Immediately
all,
to his
which
throat.
leg? Which leg was he stabbed in?
It doesn't seem to indicate that in the journal. It just says he was stabbed in the leg.
Well, so
Oh, all
typically,
So-
typically when you're injured,
opposite
you have a
leg.
cane.
From the
You
hand.
you keep the cane in the opposite hand.
That's
so
very true.
or in the same hand. So
Aaron
Which
knows
is
the same
hilarious because
thing.
I do not. I do the exact opposite. That's just me. I walk like
It's my
fucking
re-
house. I put
it's what my
the cane
roommate
on the
does,
bad
so-
leg side. But so
Laura-
then,
Oh.
like Grizz will literally jump into his lap and land hard, hoping to figure out which leg it is that hurts, and say, "Oh, good morning." Yeah.
Ah! He moans and immediately grimaces as you land in his lap. Ah!
Can I figure out which leg he's reacting?
You
with?
sort of squiggle to the left, and you squiggle to the right, and he screams a little bit more when you squiggle on his left.
All right, left leg, y'all.
so
And she gives it just for good measure. She gives it his left leg like a good smack on the knee, and she goes, "Hey, did I hurt your leg?" As she like makes eye contact with everyone and
Just
smacks the bad leg.
he spits in your direction. He's just kill me and get it over with.
well,
Then
no,
just
we
wake
want.
up. What is that?
Fine, don't kill
I
me.
have a crazy idea.
It's just a matter
So-
of fucking time. Whatever.
very emo.
If it's easier, we could work with you to get into the safe and to get off this train.
You don't get it, do you? You haven't even looked at the fucking thing, have you?
Which fucking thing?
And he just sort of chin points to the safe.
Oh, I've looked at it. I have dispelled the abjuration magic on it, and I, when I was a bit stronger, tried to muscle it open. So yes, I have in fact given it the you call, glance. Yes.
He sort of sighs and rolls his eyes a little bit, and he says, "Have you even tried to open the lock?"
That's what
Not
I
yet.
just.
You tried to pull
Kind of
on it.
hoping you'd help with that.
Yeah, I've tried so. By the way, his voice has completely changed. Like since you first saw him come in, he had a very mellifluous and sort of lilting voice. Now he's got a very sort of gruff sounding voice. And he says, "You don't know how many times I've tried to open that fucking thing. It doesn't matter."
Actually, we do. 847 times from the sounds of it.
Oh,
according to your journal.
fantastic! You stole my journal too. I might as well just. Okay, whatever.
It's
Wait,
really...
look, Mr. Grumpy Pants. I have a very simple question. What's even in that thing?
Do you know?
He says, "Oh, I know. Something that can change my life forever."
Go
And
on.
that is.
He says, "I'll make you a deal." He smiles
Okay.
through blood-stained teeth. He says, "Let me out of these bonds and I'll tell you."
Counter offer.
Vaara takes her axe, she levels it at his throat, and says, "I already dropped you.
But
in
as
one."
So,
yeah, he smiles at you and he says, "Please, please. Oh, I'm so
So-
scared of you and your big fucking axe."
it's what he wants,
Oh,
friends.
she
I'm
Vaara
aware,
holds
yes.
up a finger to Liz and says, "I know."
Okay.
No, you're not listening.
Oh, I don't want to listen to you.
Hello, Secure.
I know you don't.
He smiles. He
But
starts
you're going
cackling.
to.
Oh, sure. Go ahead, please.
I'm going to keep you alive. Oh, wrong accent. I'm going to keep you alive.
Yes.
You verged into a totally different character. I love that.
This
I love
was
that,
a
Megan.
character choice.
Um,
I thought it was a choice.
I'm like, oh my god, that's really Vaara. Who knew?
That's Vaara when she's got all her memories back.
Maybe if I was thinking ahead in that moment, it would have been, but it was just a. I'm going to keep you alive. And
But-
I've lost it completely. Oh my god!
Come
Right,
on.
so we're just gonna go with it.
Just
I'm
remember,
going to keep
just
you
do
alive.
the
Pretend you
nose.
have a
It's the
cold.
nose. Yeah.
Pretend you have a cold.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it is. I'm going to keep you alive.
Okay.
I'm going to drag you
Uh-huh.
through every car of this train.
Uh-huh.
We're going to find Wilbin.
As you say Wilbin, his smile immediately dissipates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wilbin Dory.
Oh no. Oh please. Oh no, don't do it. He
Oh.
immediately lapses into a faux pity party. Oh, don't do it, please. Oh no.
As this guy
If
goes
I'm-
to sarcasm again, Grizz is gonna kind of just put her
Friends?
hand up on Louise. God damn it, you did it.
Yeah, because I went to Louisa. I did.
Vaara's axe, and just kind of be like, just look at her and be like, "You did good, but no."
Yeah, it's not the right time. I've got to step back. I'm ashamed.
I do
So-
believe our esteemed investigator would like to say something. We'll see how this one
Thank
goes.
you. So, we know a little bit about you, and that's grand. It's not important, though, in this instance. We want the same thing you want. to get off this train and to get in the safe if you so desire. And if you like alcohol, I have this. And I'm going to wave the potion of inebriation in front of him. It'll knock you out. If you want. All I ask is that if we untie you, you don't summon. What the hell is his name? Guillermo?
Guillermo?
Her name Guillermo.
Thank you, Guillermo. We've killed him once.
Guillermo
We
del
don't really
Toro.
want to have to do it a second time.
You mean she. But that's okay.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a
It'd be
creature.
Guillermo if it was a man.
Fair. And anyway,
Yeah, that's okay.
we are not your enemy.
Uh-huh.
We want to leave the train.
Yeah, I just don't
And
see.
if we can help you with that,
I'm just gonna be honest with you. You don't know how many times I've tried. So
once again, 847 times we read the journal.
no, but that's just sort of
How many entries you left?
yeah.
Probably more. It doesn't.
But anyway, yeah. If you really want to get off this train, then you'll help me get into that safe.
I will help you get into the safe if you don't attack us and you work with us.
Oh, I will not attack you at all. I promise.
And Grandma, or any other tricks you have.
I'd like
No,
my
come back.
cane back, if at all possible. Looks like your
I'll give
little
you a cane back.
rabbit friend has your cane. Has my cane. It's a little hard for me to walk, especially with your little goblin friend jumping on my busted leg.
I'll
can
help
heal
you
it.
walk.
Yes, I
Vaara
did.
offers her
I-
arm.
He does not take it.
I'm still sitting
sure
on
he
his lap.
doesn't.
I have not gotten up yet.
Okay.
But Grizz will kind of look up and say, "Hello. I was waiting for a moment to speak with you. You seem to understand much more than we do about exactly what is happening here. So I am just asking because it is what I would do. Is it that you are allowing this train to continue to loop so you can keep trying to get into the box? Because you say you want to get off the train, and I assume that if you knew how to stop the train without opening the box, you would do it and just get off if that was what you really wanted. But is it that you really want the time to get into the box? It makes sense. I'm just wondering, am I right?
Some days, all I can think about is getting into the safe. But then I realize how many times I've tried
Did you-
and failed. So some days, it's just a matter of getting as fucked up as I possibly can and enjoying the minuscule of time I have on this fucking train.
The minuscule.
Oh,
Been
yeah.
here for years.
Time resets every
Between exactly what the lady was saying.
Oh, you mean the days? I get it now. Okay.
Speaking of
I-
which, what time is it? I'm gonna look at my watch.
You look at your watch, I'd say it's about 3:30 or 4. I'd say 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
All right. So it's 4 p.m. That means we have a few hours.
Oh, you say that out loud.
together?
He says,
Ooh,
you got a lot more than a few hours.
Right, I want to go back to the thing you said. You said that if we wanted to get off the train, we'd help you open the safe.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean that you actually know how to get off the train and you just haven't? Why is opening the safe contingent on us getting off the train?
See, but again, you're trying to get me to tell you what's inside the safe. And
Oh,
I'm-
so what you're saying is what is inside the safe is part of getting off the train, and that's why we can't get off the train if we don't open the safe. Thank you. You answered my question. And she'll hop off of his lap. And
Ugh, he groans with an immense amount of relief as you come off of his busted leg. Now, and he sort of rattles against the
I-
chair. Would you mind, please?
Do we have a deal?
What's the deal? I want to be sure, because
That
I
we
don't trust you.
nothing
I-
you control on this train hurts us.
or anyone else?
Nothing I control on the train hurts you.
So Gamma. So the Iron Sentinels in the other room.
I don't know.
According to his journal, Guillermo works for whoever his boss is. He does not.
Oh, and whatever the slithering tracker is, that too.
Oh, you know about the slithering tracker that I can make? Those are pretty cool, yeah.
Do you want help opening the safe or not?
You're not going to be able to do it, sweetheart.
Well, if you help me, maybe we can.
We're going back and forth. This is fun for me. But it's just a matter of time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
So science.
Listen, it's quite simple. You've tried before, by yourself, you've failed. Let us try to help, and if we fail, we'll just reset the day again. It's not that hard.
Make a persuasion check, Elizabeth. Just a straight persuasion check.
Can I give her advantage by
Natural
holding
20.
my
Not-
axe to his throat? Never mind!
Not needed. Not needed. With a 30. Natural 20.
Sure could have used that to open the safe.
Oops. Oh, you have a plus.
Oops.
Yeah, I think you have a +2 also as
30,
well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, unfortunately, yeah. So it's a
Right.
32, Matt.
Yep. He squints at you and he says, "All right. Deal. Nothing hurts you. Nothing that I control, anyway."
Not just today, but all the days.
I don't have control over all the days.
The days you control, then.
I control what happens in the here and now. Period.
Great. So when the day resets and we come find you again, we can try the safe again if we need to, or we can find another way off the train. It really doesn't matter to me what's in the safe, unless it helps us get off the train.
Tell you what, I've reconsidered. And he sort of leans back against the back of the chair and he says, "I actually don't want to get out of this chair. It's kind of comfy." And then he smiles, and he smiles and he says, "I'll just sit here and wait." And then he just stares at you.
What kind of powers do you have as a conductor?
He doesn't say anything to you,
Since
Vaara.
you...
But when you
yeah,
ask him
sure, he
that,
doesn't.
Now that he's not being helpful, can I examine the safe, since he insisted we need to examine the safe to understand why we can't open it?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Now that he's not being
Just smack him
helpful,
on the
can
top of
I
the head and knock
unarmed
him
strike
out?
him non-lethal? Just to prove a point?
I kind of like the fact he's awake in case we figure out how to open the safe without him,
Mm.
so we can give him a big fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Then
ruining
And then we
my
can knock him out.
fun.
No, you knock him out after we open the safe, and we can figure it out.
Fine, I
I'm
agree
gonna
to
go
these
back to the
terms.
original.
Handshake over Zoom.
Very good.
Amazing. Zoom handshake. You've seen it here first, folks.
Zoom shake.
Zoom shakes.
I love you, Maeve.
Then Sai's gonna do what she wanted to do originally and just walks over with a piece of cloth and gags him.
He just sort of
Gives an
mumbles.
insurance policy, and then pats him on the head gently.
Vaara gives
Nice.
Sai
Yeah.
a high five.
He has surprisingly supple hair, Sai, I'm just going to say. Surprisingly.
Ooh,
You're a
oh,
corpse.
no.
How do you manage to supple hair? Oh, never mind. You're gagged. And then just walks away.
Grizz knows she's useless at the safe and is kind of wandering in the direction of the engine room.
Sai's gonna go over to Elizabeth and says, "Just let me know when you want to get started, because I have some thieves' tools I can help."
Perfect. Then let's get started. Let's look at the
Okay.
safe.
Out of character, I also have guidance, and I'm gonna do that on you.
Cool. Excellent. So you begin a thorough examination of the safe. There's obviously this massive sort of a bank vault wheel that seems to be the mechanism, like the actual hard-coded mechanism to open this safe. You've obviously also as well dispelled whatever kind of magical spell that was on this safe too. That said, I'd like you to make either an investigation with advantage, or both of you, since you're both looking at the safe thoroughly, to make an investigation of your own accord.
Do you want me to roll with advantage, Jane? Since I have a +10 to it
Yeah,
with guidance.
absolutely.
Okay. It's a 26, and do you want to roll the guidance?
Sure, I'll roll it.
Oh, sorry, 27 plus whatever she rolls. Nothing. But so 30. You have 30.
Amazing,
Nice.
amazing. Within a very
Nice.
short period of time, Elizabeth, you are able to spot that there is a very cleverly concealed readout of a sort. It's a very strange one. It's a sort of a mechanical readout that seems to be like rolling backwards.
Okay.
And you see hours, minutes, seconds. It's not very obvious when you look at it at first. It's only when you look at it in a very specific section of the safe. And it's very cleverly concealed, but you're able to find it with a 30 investigation check. With that same investigation check, since you did get a very high score on it, you immediately correlate that the hours, the minutes, and the seconds are exactly the amount of time plus 1 minute between now and 11:59 a.m. the next day.
When the explosion
I don't know what
happens.
to do.
So
When
in
the
other
reset
words, this timer on this safe is set to expire 1 minute after the reset.
So it can never be opened.
Well, no, so that it eventually can be opened if it's gotten off this fucking train and opened right outside the train.
Yep.
Because time has to continue past that point.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to stop the train. And we need the
Not
actual
only you just stop the train, you need to stop the train and then open this thing within a minute.
Get
We
it
need
out of
the
the train
actual
in a minute.
conductor.
So, like, technically, if the train stops, well, I don't know if this is why I want to go to the engine room, because we still don't know what starts the reset, but it's up here. And the question is, if the train stops moving, will it still go boom?
Well, judging that the explosion seems to happen from the caboose and travel upwards, I would say yes. But there's no way to be assured.
I thought it started at the front and moved to the back, but that is...
Starts at the back
I may be
and
confused.
goes all the way to the front.
Okay. Oh, well, then it is... Well, if it starts in the back and that's the caboose, then clearly it means it is Wilburn who is causing the reset to happen, which means that he must have some connection to this safe. And
I don't-
perhaps...
I don't know if that's true, but alright. I mean, we can go find Wilburn if he's still alive. And
You know who might know? Someone who's been investigating this for longer than we have.
And never made it out of coach.
And never made it out of coach. I think
That's
we
what I
need to
was
go
just going
talk
to get to. I was wondering if I may be able to grab one of the staff hands we got, and maybe the wine. Have the wine as a peace offering, and maybe tell her that she can order that as soon as the timeline starts. To keep it out of the hands of this guy. And then we give her the staff hands so she can join us up here.
But how would
So this-
you get back if you gave... Oh, you still have ticket, but you couldn't get
I
all the way
still
up
have
here.
first
You don't
class
get the
ticket.
first. You could get the
I don't
first
have
class, not to
staff.
VIP.
I don't have staff yet, but well, I think we give it to her, she'll be able to do the rest of the investigation along with Liz. Two investigators on working the same case, I think, is probably the best solution that we can get in this situation.
well, it's worth a shot.
But I don't want to go through the kitchen again by myself.
No, I think we should all go together.
I agree. We can leave this asshole here. He'll be fine.
You
Won't
just
you, sweetheart? And she gives him a little pat on the bum leg.
Stares at you.
I may be able to help with that. And
I
keep him
double
out.
check the knots and make sure that he
Yeah,
is
they seem pretty
extra,
tight.
extra tightly tied in.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Let's see. I just want to see.
We could always bring him with us. Put him somewhere else.
He looks at you when you
Or we
say
can
that,
make him
Elizabeth.
really
He just
drunk.
stares at you.
Could also put him out of the
Make him
deck
really
with this
drunk and
trip. Oh, actually, yes. Do you want to be drunk? I have.
then we can knock him out.
No. I have alcohol. I think he will love. I'm gonna shake the potion of inebriation at him.
I love it.
He just sort of stares at the potion and then looks at you. And you just
Do
hear
you
him
want
sort
to
of,
be drunk?
you just hear him just go. That's what he says under the gag.
I
He
don't know
wants
what he
it.
said. Oh, you want it? Oh, all right. Oh.
Yeah.
Why should I? You don't seem to want to work with us.
He just stares at you, doesn't respond.
Xarghuul, what did you want to do before we do this?
I just want to double check. Even though this may be plainly obvious, this guy is undead. Correct?
Correct.
I think we're all undead.
You're all
Well, then
undead.
what I
We
had
all
planned won't work.
So be very careful what you do.
Careful with that
next,
turn
please.
undead shit.
No, I was gonna cast sleep, but it doesn't work against undead.
Yeah, technically speaking, it
Ah,
doesn't.
yeah.
And this is why, like, knocking him out would not have actually worked. I just sort of did that for cinematic purposes, because he is technically undead.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I mean, I can hold
I
him
guess
for.
I'll give him-
I can use hold person, but that will only last for a minute, so that's
It's a
not gonna
minute.
do much.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that would be long enough to get him to chug the potion. But...
sorry to say
yeah,
that
he wants it.
sorry to say that I don't believe hold person would work, because I don't believe hold person works on undead.
It's humanoid.
Mm.
Okay, take off the.
Oh, it's true.
But yeah, I
Humanoid.
guess.
Undead can't be humanoid undead, so that would, I think, would still match.
It's humanoid. It's not undead. So
So sorry, what's
You
the
want-
what's the plan here, folks? We're running a little bit short on time. I want to make sure we can get through what we need to get
Let's
through.
take off the gag so we can give him the alcohol, and then we'll
It's-
go down.
Yeah, it's soaked with horribly sort of congealed blood.
I will take it off then.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to notice there's a counter on the safe?
Long enough.
Exactly. I just figured it in what, 5 minutes? Maybe you should have actually allowed us to help. Now here, take this, and I'm gonna just pour the potion in his mouth.
Okay. He opens his mouth. You pour the potion in his mouth. He seems to enjoy it pretty well, and his eyes sort of roll around in his skull, and his head flops to one side, and he goes, "Now that is the good shit. Woo! Yeah! Oh, where have you been all my life?"
Actually,
Brad
the
just
alchemist had a
pats
bottle.
him on the head a little too hard to again and okay, let's go.
And just for shits and giggles, Grizz kind of kneels up and goes, "Are you sure you don't want to tell us what is in the safe?"
He just leans over to you and just belches. Nope.
You smell like my swamp. Maybe I like you after. Maybe I like you more than I thought. And then she just.
He stares down and he goes, "You're beautiful."
Oh,
Nothing, he's
of
drunk.
Is he still restrained? Have you
Maybe
chopped off
this
his
is
restraints, or what are you doing?
Oh,
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 no,
no,
no! I just took off.
fine to that
I just took
point.
off his gag. He's,
Oh,
yeah, I
okay,
just took
still
off
in
his
the
gag, he's tied
chair.
up.
He's still in the chair.
one.
Um,
No,
100%
he's
still
over
tied to
Viraj's
the
shoulder
chair.
now.
Oh, okay, with the chair on his butt.
Oh, I thought he was tied. to the chair.
So you're bringing him with us?
Raz, Yeah, Vaara's thrown him over her shoulder and is just gonna carry him back with the rest.
So he's still tied to the chair. So you've picked him up with the chair still attached to him. I love it.
I mean, this is
my
a
strength
garage.
is like
This
18. This is fine.
Yeah.
Before we move him, can I put some manacles on him?
I mean, he's tied to the chair. Where are you going to manacle him to?
His ankles.
So you're going to manacle his ankles and tie his arms and legs are already tied. So I'm confused. What?
Yeah, just in case he gets free, because he won't be able to walk.
Oh, okay.
He'll have manacles around his ankles.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't
Unless this guy was
Who has
Houdini
his
in a
cane?
past life.
It's fine. So
Does I still have his cane?
You've manacled his ankles. You've tied his feet together. You've tied his arms to the chair. Unless he's Harry Houdini or can somehow have an out-of-body experience, he's not going to get out of this situation.
We don't know who he is.
It's true.
So
that could be who he really
Vaara,
is.
Yeah.
should we bring him? I feel like the sentries won't appreciate the fact we have him tied to the chair.
He's not dead, so they won't chase after us.
So I hear that. I do. However, I'm discovering with all of my newfound memories that I'm a very distrusting soul, and I don't trust that he would still be tied up to this chair whenever we get back. But if Lizzie, I tell you what, if you tell me to leave him here with all of these precautions, I absolutely will.
I
So
trust
you
your
tell
judgment.
Oh, good, because I don't fucking know, but this just seems right.
Okay. I guess let's head down south then, friends.
So
Great.
here's my question. You guys are going to be bringing him in the chair. Where?
I
Gotta
would
fit in
like-
the door.
Where
I
exactly?
would like to
Just
let
a-
him.
Grace is just along for the ride at this point.
Fair. I mean, I'm all
I
right.
would like
We're
to
all
let
right, I
him
think.
go from the chair, but like keep him manacled at least like hand to ankle on one side or like cross-side, and
I don't even know how to even visualize that. Like one hand to ankle. Is this like Twister?
one hand, so right
To one ankle.
right wrist to left ankle,
Okay.
like to where he's like
So he's hopping.
cross-bound.
So he's hopping.
So he's
No, I'm
he just has
carrying.
to
Oh,
hunch
you're
over-
carrying
he has-
him.
He has to,
Got it.
Yeah, I'm.
he has to hunch
carrying
over
him.
and like hop like Igor. So
Yeah.
it's
On his bad leg.
I just
know.
want to make it as awkward for him as possible.
Oh, he's
to
drunk.
Be able to
So-
move.
I have an idea.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
drunk.
really
Why
fucking
not
drunk.
wear
That's
him
some
like
good
a
alcohol.
scarf?
He's drunk. He's singing all kinds of weird body
Yeah.
tunes. And
Wear him like a
he's over
scarf.
your shoulder. Yeah.
I need to know what the writer of this module thinks of what we're doing right now.
Oh, I think
War
Grog
crime.
thinks that we are doing this the most amazing justice that we could possibly do.
Amazing.
Look, and if the guards ask, he's drunk and we're putting him in his cabin.
It's sort of halfway between a Hercule Poirot mystery and Monty Python on crack cocaine. So it's like sort of a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
We even have a killer
Matt,
rabbit.
Oh, we do.
Matt, this is what I aspire to.
Well, there you go.
Matt, can I drink one of the mystery potions I still have left? I
Sure.
just want to know what's in
Oh my
it.
Why-
I don't-
God.
Let's go. Let's fucking make it happen. Let's go.
Here we
Um,
go.
okay, in
she
fact-
shields. Vaara shields. What's his nut
12.
size? In case it's a charm potion, so that Liz can't see him.
Oh,
I
A
guess-
12? Oh no!
okay.
Is that what you get last time with it? Is that
Fireball.
the charm one?
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. How should I put this? There should be.
I think I rolled higher than this for the charm person, but
I think you did too.
Cool. Super. I think this actually might be a good place to stop. I'll explain to you why.
Oh no.
Elizabeth, you drink this potion, which, as it describes in
And we all
the
die
D100, is a thick and sludgy liquid that is ivory in color. The container itself, according to the random potion list I have here, looks like a feline skull. But it is actually just a wooden,
Oh my
a
god.
hollow wooden carving. It has
no.
it has a hole in the top for the liquid consumption, and as you remove the top, it has a very sort of very strange scent. As you down it, it starts to go down your throat, and you guys watch as Elizabeth's feet suddenly meld with the floor for about I don't know.
Oh my
A
god.
good amount of time, and you watch as all of a sudden her feet completely turn to a white ivory stone, which travels up her legs, up her torso, and into her face and hair. The last sort of visualization of Elizabeth drinking this bottle of this potion is an alarming face of shock as she turns to stone.
Oh, yay!
And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
That's great, man.
I think actually, yeah, as you guys watch Elizabeth turn to stone and just like shock, it pervades the scene. This individual who you have completely turned into an inebriated sloth, he's just starting to crack up. He's just giggling and coughing and chortling with laughter.
Yep.
I looks at this happen and
Hey,
goes,
I had to.
you know,
I can
I've heard of
totally
getting
fix
stoned,
this.
but this is ridiculous.
You should somehow be able to fix this, but that is for the next time.
I can.
Oh, I know.
I can fix this, but I was also like, I was half tempted to be like, oh, Grizz be like, oh, are we drinking? Okay.
Oh God.
But I'm not.
You drink one.
Okay.
I mean, if you
One's enough.
if
Everyone's Louisa
just-
right now.
if you wanna, go
Do
for
do
it.
Maybe.
Drink
At
him
the
if you
intrusive
got
thoughts win.
Do you want
I
to,
got-
Sarah?
I
I
got
might as well.
3.
I can pour it out for you if you want me to. I can just pull out the potion designer. You
Oh,
hit me up with
Intrusive
a random
thoughts.
number of 1 to 100, and we'll see what happens.
fuck it.
Come on, Sarah. Intrusive thoughts.
Let's
Roll a
do it.
12.
How badly do you want the Chaos Gremlins to be let loose?
5. 95's got to be
Grizz-
better than 12.
95.
Grizz is a chaos gremlin. Like that is what she is.
100%. 100%. Oh my God. 95 is hilarious. Oh God, no, I can't do that for you, Sarah. That's something I can't do. I have to choose a different number. Could you choose a different number, please?
Was I about to
It's
turn into
mushrooms.
mushrooms?
It was
It's mushrooms.
it was mushrooms grow
One
out.
up or one down?
Mushrooms start to grow out of your head. Yeah. Sorry, Sarah.
One up or one down?
Why
One up
did
or
I
one down?
You asked. I'm
There
sorry.
we go.
Sarah.
76. I asked. It was my fault. I should have kept my stupid mouth shut.
It's all good. It's all good.
76, please.
Okay.
I don't care what this does to
Well,
me. At
the
this
funny
point.
thing
Nothing
is,
worse
Oh
than
my
that.
God,
Made,
this is really good. Okay.
Okay, all right. This might make up for the mushrooms. All right.
So actually, this is a kind of a this is kind of a cool button too. So as Elizabeth turns to stone, for how long we do not know. It could be permanent. Grzdlyln, you drink the potion, and all of a sudden, your entirety of your skin starts to glow this beautiful, pearlescent, whitish gold, and your eyes open to the cosmos, and you hear the voice of some amazing deific being that you know in your heart is the voice of a god. And
Is it Megwin?
she
Good
says,
drugs.
"Oh, shit, how did you get this number?" I mean, greetings, mortal. You are allowed one question to be answered, yes or no. By me. You can tell that she's actually echoing her voice now by saying the same thing
Her own
multiple
voice.
times. Yeah.
Thaumaturgy.
Yes. You may ask of me what you will. Yes or no. Your decision.
Oh my god, I almost wasted that in the best way possible, and I'll tell you afterwards what I almost said.
So you have, Sarah, you have as much time as you need before next session to ask, or to think about what questions you're going to ask this deity.
I get one. I actually think I know what it's going to be, but I will tell you out of game, I almost said, will the answer be honest? And then I was like, wait,
yes!
no, that
Boop!
would be my
Thank you for your call.
Exactly. And I caught myself.
You
right
did.
there.
You sure did.
So Grizz gets to hallucinate and I get stoned? Okay.
There we go.
Yay,
There we go.
both
And the guy got drunk.
LSD.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Astralis Plays in chat says Elizabeth 420. So that makes sense.
Do I make a pretty statue at least?
I think you do.
Everybody has different reactions to
Awesome.
drugs.
A shocked
I wanna be
but
a
very
coat rack.
pretty statue.
I want
All
to be a coat
Yeah,
rack.
spoiler
Okay.
alert, we
This
all
is
drank the
never
same
ends.
thing.
Some
Okay.
people just feel real heavy, you know?
Good gracious. Anything else for you guys before we end tonight? I think that we've had enough.
I think we're
Yeah,
good.
probably.
Yes.
I think
I
that
I think this is running a little late.
the chaos has been expunged from our
Chaos crew.
the chaos has been expunged from our bodies
Chaos crew strikes
until the
again.
next time. So let's just go around the horn and say goodnight to everybody here in chat. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow if you're here in Twitch. We love you all for joining in on the crazy madness, chaos bullshittery that has infused itself into our domains of dread. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So
Forever and always.
let's start up at the top.
Amen.
Start
Got
in the top.
chaos in my D&D.
Peanut butter. Chaos peanut butter. Top left, Sarah, who played Grzdlyln. Sarah, where can people find you on the internet, please?
You can find me on the interwebs at Lovely Llama with a varying number of L's in lovely, depending on the site in question. Though, to be honest, the only places you'll really find me are Reddit and Discord. So come and say hi.
And I've put the link to our Discord in chat.
I was going to say, I'm sure Matt is putting it in the chat right now. If you're on YouTube, it's in the doobly-doo.
It's in the doobly. Thank you, Sarah. Moving over to Jane, who played Sai. Jane, where can people find you on the internet?
Basically, you can just find me on our Discord, and I think, yep, Matt has already linked it. Come check it out. We post some memes. We post updates on things that we're doing. I'm currently writing a 5e campaign from scratch.
Amazing.
And it's not going to be in like any known world. It's just one I'm making up. So
Nice.
hopefully
Nice.
it's going to be good.
So brave.
Yeah.
I love homebrew.
So brave.
Starting off at level 5.
Oh, that's
I wanna
a
start at level
good
5.
choice.
Fun. Yeah.
And if you want to, it can go past level 15 to level 20 because there's 2 endings that I'm planning on. One at 15
Love
and then
it.
a true ending at 20. So
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Jane.
it's up to
nice.
whoever wants to play. So
I will be
I
more than
do
happy.
love a level 20 game.
I will be more than happy to be a player in your fucking ridiculous multi-year campaign and give you back all the love that you have given to me.
Same
oh, I'm
time.
looking forward to it. I will say that the first part of it, I'm making skill checks a lot more important than actual combat. So
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
keep in mind.
Nice.
That's how I tend to roll with those. So,
Yeah, right on. Yeah, this
Cards are
campaign,
key.
although it has had a lot of very interesting combat and a lot of very tense combat, the mainstay of what we've always been doing here on Ravenloft Domains of Dread has been RP, right? It's all about the RP, the character connections, and that's kind of the core of what I've always wanted from this campaign. I'm very happy about that. But thank you for putting the skill checks back in where they should go, right? That's it. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Jane. Moving over to our friend Maeve. Maeve, who played Elizabeth. Maeve, where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Maeve. You can find me here on a couple different games, actually. You can also find me on Mates of Fate. You can find me on the Dark Domains server, which I will eventually be playing some games there too. You can also find me on Blue Sky, where I do art, including for our lovely campaign here, which, not this art, but when we get back to 18, you'll see the art I've done, and I'm very proud of it. Additionally, Matt, I'm making sure Matt is a part of this, but I am going to be running a game later in the year. And it's going to be Ravenloft adjacent. I can't really say more than that, but I have some plans, and I get to torture Matt this time.
Torture?
Yay.
What is this torture? What do you think I'm torturing you?
Oh.
Give me a
Oh,
break.
No,
It's the
Maeve
best.
being the DM, but all of us in the game. So
You
everyone
realize,
here will be in different places.
you realize, of course, that I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
you're trapped in here with me.
Mhm.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I've been informed I
I
can't
also-
play.
Well, I mean, I don't think you want to. I am
No,
hoping
no,
to
no,
have
no.
a
I mean that in like the good way. Like
Yeah,
it's like this is not for you. Like
I am hoping to have a new cast of players, people who haven't really been on the stream a lot,
Yeah.
and I think that'd be exciting. I had one more thing I wanted to say. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, that's
Something at
all
me, Maeve?
No, nothing at you, Brad. Oh, and eventually I will do the birdie one shot, which we should do sometime.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
for talking
you
about
said it out loud. You told people what it was.
No, that's
No,
different.
she's planning another one.
that different thing.
It's
Not
very,
a different
it's
thing.
different. There's the Birdie one shot, which is all about Birdie and the crazy stuff that happens to Birdie. But then there's something else that Maeve has as well. So,
Yes, I'll be running an entire campaign.
good gracious.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Maeve. Moving on down the line, we've got, of course, Megan, who played Vaara. Megan, where can people find you on the internet, please?
It's me. You can find me at Megan Lanap on Instagram. I'm about 3 vacations behind on posting. So yeah, you'll see some interesting things eventually. And you can find me on our Discord.
Super. Thank you so much, Megan. And then up to this gentleman who's right above me, and that's, of course, Red Platinum. Red, where can people find you on the internet?
As with most people on here, you'll most likely find me on our Discord, where I chat about other stuff and try and plan my next Star Wars 5e game. Yes. It's all in there. I've just got to get the physical versions. But other than that, you'll find me on gaming websites like most likely Steam, where I'm playing games when I'm not playing RPG games, or TTRPG, I think is classified as. I'm usually playing RPG games or TTRPG games or other games, simulators mostly. But anyway, that's me.
Thank you so much, Red. Same as mostly. Yes, and before we say goodnight, of course, just really quick thing for me. My name is Matt. I helped to put this crazy channel of all this chaos and horrible, amazing, wonderful, loving, kind, and individual material together in some form or fashion. And God knows it's probably one of the most fun things I do. And I couldn't do it without all of you out there and all of these people here above and around me, because they're the heart and soul of this fucking place. And I'm happy to be just a cog in the wheel. So please help us out by giving us a little love, give us a little support, give us a little likes, give us some subscribes. I can't even speak. Tell your friends about Slices, because it's a fun place to hang out and watch some fun, awesome role-playing games. And we play a whole lot of them. We play, of course, Dungeons and Dragons. We play Alien RPG, which is sort of what we're known for on the internet in a weird way. Like, we're sort of famous for it. I don't know why. Our Alien games are super awesome and fun and have a lot of views on YouTube. But beyond that, they're no different in terms of the quality than any of our other shows are, whether they're hosted by me or not. They are amazing. All of the games, all of the things that all of the people around and not necessarily on this channel right now are given out through Slices is just great shit, right? And we enjoy putting it out for all of you out there. So give us a like, give us a sub. Come on by for a live watch on Twitch every once in a while and say hi. Join our Discord to interact. Yes, I rhyme every once in a while. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. But yeah, check us out. Give a little wave. Jump into Discord. Give us a little hi. Drop in and let us know who you are. Beyond that, we've got a lot of really great games coming out in April, which is coming very, very soon. In 2 days, actually, technically speaking. First
Yay.
in 2 days will be the 1st of April. April Fools! I don't have anything to say other than
Have a game on April Fool's.
We don't have an April
That's the
Fool's
April
game.
Fool's joke.
Yeah, that's the joke. No game. But yeah, so the last thing, of course, I have to say is thank you to our amazing sponsors, and of course, thank you, that's who I'm talking about. You, I'm pointing to you right there. You see? Yeah, that's right. Now I'm acknowledging you, the watcher. But of course, we say this on all the games that I host, and hopefully others, is that it's so very, very important in today's world to remember to take care of each other, but do not forget to take care of yourselves. Thank you, folks. We will see each other very, very soon. Keep an eye out for more stuff coming here on the channel, and we will see each other next time. Till then, bye-bye!